texting people too.
And we're live. Hello and welcome to a special episode live with Karim. Welcome.
Bang bang. Glad to be back. I must say, best community in the world, best friend in the world, hands down. HEX.com, your boy is back. How many people are here? I guess we can wait for some more people to come. But I just want to say, just to start up, happy to be back. Fight still ongoing. Community, I love you. I love you. I love you more than you will ever know. Close friends, you know who you are, and everybody else that got involved, donated, and helped in this fight. I will more than pay you back. Just mark my word. And then OG, you know what's up. So just gotta give you an idea. I feel like Donald Trump after the bullet went
Yeah.
through the ear. If that's not, let me say it again. I feel like Donald Trump after the bullet just passed through the ear. That's the level of gratitude that I'm on. Thank you for taking the time. I know it's Saturday. Obviously, some people couldn't have better things to do. And yeah, open
Well,
book.
yeah,
So,
you've been on our mind, the people who've been here, and we've been really worried about you, and so it's really really good to see that you're out, and maybe you can give a quick recap of like what we're talking about.
well, the quick recap was obviously everybody saw the news and the post and everything like that. You know, I'm still here in the island called Turks and Caicos. I think it would be good to start give like a little recap from a little bit further back for those who don't know me, right? Because I've been in the community, man. Time flies, almost 5 years. You know, OG, and obviously for some of the troll Naimati and the naysayer, all they know is like, oh, this, that, lifestyle, whatever, whatever. But they seem to have forgotten that most of this happened back in 2021, 2022, right? Bull market raging, first crazy bull market, HEX going wild, everybody having fun, people buying Lambos, this, that, and the third, and just living their best life. And then for me, living in Miami, because I moved down to Miami, I've always, enjoyed nightlife and being with my friends, and those in the chat that obviously got to meet me in person and conferences and whatever, they know that's what I like to do. And funny enough, even in the bull market, compared to the actual wealth that we had and everything, green prices, I've always been a big preacher of Quattro Cinco 555. Everybody knows. So that's why I want to kind of set the record straight. I've always stayed, and I'm still proud of saying that. 95% put the wealth away, delay gratification, pay your future self. All the good catchphrase we've been talking about for years and years and years. So me going out having fun, and I'm with my friend, it's not a big of a deal that some people think. Then the bear market hits, right? And then we have to make
Yeah,
some.
I was just gonna say. I remember, like, I don't know, 3 4 years ago, you were explaining to people who were onboarding others into
Yeah,
Hex, like some of the networking skills that you have, where you don't have to spend $5,000 on a table to go out and enjoy yourself.
that's true.
You're able to be much more economical, and so I think for some people, who don't know you,
Yeah,
they've got a disconnect between, like, oh, the nightlife in Miami versus like somebody who's delaying gratification to a very extreme degree. And
exactly.
so is that something you want to like touch on?
Yeah, perfect. And again, the funny thing with me is that, and by the way, all the love in the chat, you guys are awesome. I love you. I'm gonna get in there and talk to you guys more soon. Shout out to Dave Morales, OG friend, Super Hex. I mean, everybody. I'm gonna get to you in a few. So, and importantly, for those who are new, I literally give away the game for free, right? Because again, that's literally the type of person I am. Because everybody can do. You just gotta care, right? What I've always said: if you're a human being, just be the best version that you can be. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and then things will come your way. So just gotta get put in perspective, 2021, 2022, bull market, everybody got money, it's crazy. I mean, you go to Miami, it's like Dubai, it's like then everybody got money, stimulus checks. I mean, people just throwing money left and right. People buy Lambos, this, that, car, favorite, and again, to their own, the Hex Flex, whatever it is, in other community. But for me, you know the story. I already bought my Tesla. I already had my dream car, right? When I was working at Tesla and doing my investments, so I already have that. So I wasn't really into car. I'm not really into watches, like some people. That's what they do, whatever, whatever. And it's great to each their own. Me, I just enjoy, going out and enjoying time with close friends. And I always move with the group. And I literally told people, this old stream that talks about this, like, don't go by yourself. First of all, it's kind of lame. Go with a group of people, guys, whatever, whatever. So now, let's say you talk about 5K table. Back then, with the full bull market, 5K, that's low. You can get $15,000 table. I mean, they're just full price everything. So you will pay literally 4 or 5 times less because again, I move with 3 or 4 people on in general, and people who watch me on IG, they've been seeing that. Same way when Hexicans were coming into town, people visiting, I say, yo, be careful there, come with me because it's gonna cost you less, and I'm gonna make sure you have a great time. And if you remember when Richard came to visit, I was the one that orchestrated the big part when he had the most fun for his time on our dime. All Hexicans be like, and then that's just who I am and what kind of work that I like to do. Now, fast forward to 2022, bear market and all, very important to point out. Not even Miami is great, but like even after going to the club, literally, like I said, one time I went in the club like 27 days in a row. It was crazy. Then it's like, then it gets boring, then the same old, whatever. But I meet people, build connection, never start problem, never start a fight. Like I said, I've never been arrested my whole life, so everything's good. I'm best friend from the bouncer, the bus boy, to everybody, and they all know me, right? So that's why I remember I came back and said that I'll say, oh, I'm going to start traveling more, right? What do I say? Stay, date, and chill, right? Staking is already done. Then whatever. And then the chill for me is like traveling, passing the time because we're in the bear market. What else we're going to do, right? Never really been interested in any other coin besides RH coin. Hedron was the exception. We got it for free. And to me, it passes my test, my RH ecosystem test. And again, that's public record. Most people know that. So then that's when, if you remember, I started going to, Dubai. I went to see Dan, remember? Went to Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
Then I went to Singapore. Then the following year in 2023, I went to, before Thailand, I went to Vietnam. Then I went to Thailand. And I had a great lesson. I was like, oh, wow. I can spend a fraction of the cost because I'm, again, self-aware. We're in the bear market, right? You know what I mean? You're playing for the long term. And at the time, mind you, I never thought we were going to go 99% down. I'm thinking 80, 85. I budget for that, 95% stay. I don't have any long-term stay, less than 10 years. Everybody knows the story. Like big, just long-term, let it cook. We're good. We're here for the long term. So I find a way to enter myself, travel, meet you, on board, on the road still. I've always been doing that.
Always.
So it's like everything is going well. I'm like, all right, what worse can it be, right? I can withstand 90+% dip, no problem, right? So fast forward, and I'm enjoying the travel. I find out, like I already kind of hinted, especially when I got to Thailand, I was there for 2 months. It's like literally, it's so cheap compared to America, especially if you live in Miami. And you had a great time, and it's peaceful, and time fly, and you're waiting patiently for the bear market. I stepped back a little bit from some of the community work because we didn't have any new people at the time, to be honest. We were just kind of rehashing the same thing, and those who know. And then, me, I'm not really into like big current on Twitter, the trolling, this, that. I don't have no time for that. But I never left. I was always there, obviously retweeting to Richard. Yeah, shout out to you. Yeah, I met him in Singapore. Great guy. Awesome. His whole family. So I went to meet Silver too. Silver was in Singapore.
Oh, nice.
Silver too. The antidote.
Silver, the antidote.
Yeah. So it's like, it was just great. And then, so yeah, fast forward that, I'm like, oh, wow, I get to save money. I get to travel. Everything is fun. Doing that, boom, move to 2023. We thought it would be the thing. Boom, bear market continues. All right.
What'd you do with the Tesla?
Huh?
What'd you do with the Tesla?
Oh, yeah. Well, even that, because moving, and when I was in Miami after a while, and I want to do the next smart thing. Yeah, what did Richard say, right? What is it? Ladies, liquor, leverage, right? Oh, and by the way, I have a surprise. It's going to be funny. Towards the end, I come up with a new one too. So, I got to master all 3. You know what I mean? So, because obviously, these Miami, these girls all the time. I've seen girls all the time, so it's no big deal. I can't get finesse on that. So, you know what I mean? The leverage, you know me, I'm not interested. Never was. Stay dead and chill. Yeah. That's my leverage. That's it. And then, the liquor, even though I was always good, no problem. But I was like, you know what? And I was talking to my friends too. Everywhere I go to from Miami is literally within 15 minutes. I don't really need the car that much. I can just Uber everywhere. It's safer. You don't want to take the risk. Why not? Boom. So even that, and then paying, $800 insurance a month for no reason. It doesn't make no sense because they see, look at the Tesla as premium vehicle, whatever. So I even stopped even driving that. I was just, because I used to do videos now all the time. So, and then, just Uber everywhere. So
nice.
Keeping things simple. Don't have to worry about it. And then when I travel, I don't worry about where the car is, pay parking, this, that. And in Miami, you go anywhere else, it's $100 parking. Restaurant club or 60. So imagine you go to a restaurant, then you go out. You could easily pay $200 just on parking. So I was like, wow. Because at first I thought, why am I going to Uber, waste money, when I can just drive? And then it hits me. It's like, well, sometimes it's so packed. There's no free parking. The meter thing is further out, so you're forced to kind of like valet or risk to park somewhere, and then you're gonna get a ticket. So I got it again. Bear market mindset, right? You shift the gear. You're like, hey, this could be the long term. We don't know. Let's just hunk it down, everything cool, and still trying to do productive things, right? Helping people out, lowering my costs. At that time, back to the club thing, reputation gets even better because I'm meeting from celebrities to best DJs to whatever. It gets to a point where, and this is really gonna piss the haters off, but that's just what it is. My name is like in my face, like a name card. I can go any club in Miami and pay zero just walking. More often than not, it's at the level now, like literally, Maddie, I kid you not, almost every day after 11 p.m. Miami's a late town. People go out literally dinner at 10, 11, and then they'll be there until 12:30, and then they'll go to the club. My phone will literally ring. So from IG to real, like, hey, what are you doing tonight? This, that, blah, blah, blah. Because many, many people back in 2021, when I was my friend doing whatever, I met a lot of promoter or good people, or even just people that just come on vacation. Hey, I'm with my friend. Do you mind if blah, 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 so and so can come into the table? You know, we don't mind. I said, no, just come in. It's fine. Everything's good. So I met a lot of people like that networking, promoters who were like, they had friends in town, or let's say you know a promoter, right? And then promoter knows me. Promoter's trying to save you money because let's say you have a budget. So he's trying to make you meet me so we can share together. So now you don't have to come up with 5,000. Maybe you only come up with $1,000, just to give you an example. And then Karim and his friends are going to be out. Then you can team up with them. You bring your people, blah, blah, blah. So you can network like that too. So it got to a point where bear market, I'm traveling. That's my good excuse. I don't have to be there and spend money for no reason because, again, you're trying to do the responsible thing, right? Mm-hmm. You just essentials. Now it gets to a point where all those people just remember the time that I put in and all the great things that I've done. And even the club owners, I know some of them hanging out with them. So, just come to the club. No worries. Because you affected the P&L. You and your friends and your network, and then never had a problem, no trouble, whatever. I could be sitting literally in the club. Busboy would come in, like my people need a water or whatever. Somebody get free stuff. Literally. I'd be like, free drinks, free whatever, because they just know me and I've always helped them. And when they're not working, sometimes they hit me up. They want to hang out. I show them a good time. So all these things, like I always preach, network, be people. So now again, it's sad that I have to address it because those who know, they already know. But since I've been away for a while, haters start talking about shit that don't even matter, stuff back from 2021, where it's like, literally, you're in Miami now, you can come in if I'm there. Even if I'm not there, I can just put you on with somebody, whatever you need. Boom. You need a boat, you need jet ski, you need whatever the fun stuff people do. Because again, I live there. I will have, if you're with me, it will be the best deal. Or worst case scenario, if I'm not there, I'll put you in touch with somebody that I know and trust. I'll give you the best deal. And then you have fun with your friends and whatever. And a lot of the time, they'll just invite you to come chill with them. So the haters watch the IG, they think I'm out there wasting money. When the reality is, I'm just literally there with my friends, having fun. They have the best time. And then it's like almost like I'm a promoter, almost, even though I'm not. And then sometimes they say, oh, yeah, what do you want to do? And then let's do the sign. So I was like, oh, let me promote HEX, which I always do, right? Yeah. So that's why I put the sign, HEX.com, everywhere I get the chance. Because it's like, bro, if you're going to be there, I might as well promote. Because especially in the bear market, people be like, man, this guy's still here. And then many people came out, what is this HEX thing? There's that. And I onboarded a lot of people like that. You know, I'm even into Pulse Chain. I'm just through Pulse Chain. I had the shirt. I had everything. I did all that as well. So again, we fast forward 2023, 2024, we thought, hey, we still what Axis will call double bear market. So I said, all right, off we go again. So I'm doing the same thing, keeping it low key, do another travel so I don't have to, waste money when I'm here. And I'm trying to go to a new place that I've never been. Again, I've never been to Colombia. My friend invited me. Then I go to Colombia. This is now in 2024. This is for my birthday, February. Then I had this greatest idea after traveling, come back, and I'm a little bit bored. I'm going to switch scenery. Then I connect with Yoon, and we went to build a house. I went back. For people who know, he's my best friend. So, and we met through HEX, literally about 2.5 years ago. So went to because he come to Miami, he stays with me, blah blah blah. And then when I go to Louisiana, I stay with him at his house. And then we went. That was one of the greatest things. My dad back home, remember I told you I had a construction company, so I always never been afraid to work hard and use my hands. So 12-hour work, we framed a whole house 14 days. By day 17, we had shingles on the roof. That was crazy. Wow. The only thing we did not do ourselves was the electrical after that, because I even learned how to do plumbing. That was really cool, especially on a new house. Wow. That smelling, whatever. And then the actual shingle itself. You see the video that you posted, and I'm literally on the roof. We did that. We did all the rafters, and then we put the roof, the wood. the plywood and whatever, and then we only hire the people to do the shingling because they were like, I forget where they were from, Honduras or something. They give us their best deal, bro. We're talking about like 1,800 square foot house. They did the whole shingle one day, and they charged us like somewhere around like something like 1,200 or 50. Like anyway, like a deal so good, it's almost at cost. Where it's like, all right, we don't even have to do it ourselves because we were like, think we're gonna do everything ourselves, save money on the labor, right? Because some people are very expensive. But it got so cheap that it's like, oh, boom. Same thing with the electrical. We framed the house. We're doing the plumbing. It takes us 2-3 days, and I'm learning first time. It's awesome, and I learned fast. Even Uni's impressed. I was like, dude. And then people that come in, they watch it like, wait, you done construction before? No, never. Like this kind of construction, never. Cutting, using machines, all that stuff. It was just so much fun. Again, we're up like 6:30, work until like 8-9 p.m.
Helps with the boredom to learn something new and be good at it instantly, huh?
And he was impressed. Like we do 12 hour, barely have any break. But again, it was just fun. And I got something to do. I'm distracted. And he pays me too. I want to point that out. That was awesome. He didn't have to because I said I'm just coming in, whatever. But then he pays because I'm away from, because I was there for like 2 months. I'm away from Miami. I still got bills, whatever. So he pays me, and it's like, oh, we're doing something fun. We're in a bear market because he has a construction company. You know what I mean? I can make 8-10K and then pay my bills. I don't have to. Again, I'm not trying to create political, whatever. You know me. I was never interested. I'm not interested in meme coin. I'm not interested in creative coin, whatever. To each their own. That's great. You know what I mean? I made that piece a long time ago. Everybody knows. Axis knows. So it's like, but again, it's just to clear the oh, he does this, he does that. No, I don't see. I do all the ways, and I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty, so to speak, work hard to generate money that way, and then let my state do what they do, because that's my retirement. That's when I'm going to be like, everything's good. So we did all that. It was fun for about 2 months. Then right around that time, another close friend of mine actually reconnected with me. This is where it gets really fun. His name is Karim. That's the one some people have been seeing lately. And I know him since Boston days. You know what I mean? Same thing. When he first got to Miami, he stayed at my house. Did so many good things. Now he's been doing very well. At some point, he was even my neighbor at the Paramount, which is really, really awesome. And then he started to do very well in his Airbnb business. Things started to take off, whatever. Then he asked me literally to like teach him how to invest and do the crypto. It was interested, especially Pulse Chain, obviously HEX as well, but other stuff. Because he's more about, he would like staking, but he doesn't like too long. He's just new at that. So I was like, oh, well, we're going to do the provide liquidity thing. So tell him about that. And then I think Crypto Coffee at the time had a great video too. We're talking about, how to do the farming, Pulse HEX, whatever. Because for me, I was just doing regular staking. I wasn't really into anything else. So I learned about the other stuff, the APY, blah, blah, blah. And something that if he says, Karim, we need to take the money out, then, at least he doesn't have to worry about a stake, something like that. So, because, the price is low, some people feel bad, whatever. But for new people, they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to buy it at the low. But for people that have been here, they're like, all right, cool, I'm going to do the Pulse Chain thing. So it's like, all right, cool, that's fine. It's still part of the ecosystem. So we're doing that, and it's cool. And this is at the time where I go to Tulum, and then June was with us. We went there all together with Karim. And it was my first time going to that part of Mexico because I've never been, right? So, and then boom, that's why we reconnected. We're talking about the crypto and everything like that. Then when I come back, he wanted to take it further. Literally, like he wants me to potentially manage his portfolio. He trusts me, blah, blah, blah. But he just wants me to be around, because it's crypto or whatever. And be like, just in case something happened, then he could talk to me. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'll start following him around. Then after that, this brings us to the close to the Turks and Caicos. I was supposed to be in after Tulum. Then we go to Cabo. Also Mexico, other side. That's me with Karim. John is back at Louisiana doing the work. And again, I have to follow him around because of the work, the crypto stuff, and educate him at the same time. Then after that, we're back to Miami. I'm supposed to go to France because my mom is there with my grandma and everything, and my cousin is getting married. So, the whole family, people I haven't seen in years. Then it really fucking sucks because they have this BS rule where your passport have to have 6 more months of expiry, whatever. And my passport is old passport from my country. Like I said, because I'm not a citizen, I chose to stay, Central African Republic. I might have to reconsider after this experience because, bro, they looked at me, they told me if you were American, situation would have been better. I mean, it's crazy. I even find out that the U.S. government can actually post bail for you. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. But, green card is not the same as
that's part of why I was worried too, is that it's kind of known that if you're not a U.S. citizen, you might get worse treatment.
Exactly. But again, you live and you learn, right? Because I never saw really the need. because I have anything else,
Yeah.
you know, bank account, I can work, this, that. I never been in
Yeah.
trouble. I never worried about being arrested, never arrested my whole life, 34 years old. So it's like, because I get it. People trying to fear monger, like, oh, but what if something happened, you do something wrong, they can take it away. But like, but if you don't do nothing wrong, then you don't have to worry about it. So it's like,
Yeah.
but now when you overseas, that can come handy. So maybe when I go back, you know, I might reconsider that. Because all my siblings, they're all American already. I'm just the one that's saying I never really care. But that's a learning experience right there. So yeah, so I can't go to France. Sucks. So and then will Kevin say, "Oh yeah, well let's go to Turks and it was also his birthday and one of his friends' birthday as well that week, literally. So then I'm like, all right, cool, it's your birthday, whatever. Again, tagging along. I didn't even pay for the flight. I just literally, he loves me, takes me around, just do what I'm supposed to do. So I'm there, and then everything's cool. You do the same thing, the touristic thing that everybody would do, right? You know, on an island. And this is where it gets messed up because you're there for about 8-9 days. You're there, whatever, do the thing, and then on the last day, right after everything's done, you know, you've been on vacation, you did the thing, parents spending money, you went out, whatever, and then you just want to go home, go back to work, right? And then literally, this is where the drama starts. Ready? So we're at the airport. I'm just checking in, whatever. We're sitting in a terminal, Manny. I kid you not. 20 minutes to go, and then the airplane take off, and I have the best experience, Turks and Caicos, blah, blah, blah. The water is truly blue. It's really beautiful. I have no hate against the island. The island, the people were nice, everything was safe, whatever, whatever. And, you know, check the bag, sit in the terminal, about to go. And then we get a call. It's like, oh, yeah, first my friend. Oh, you have to go back, blah, 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 because we check all together. There's a mixed up with the bag. Then I get, oh, hold on. It's funny. Officer is calling me right now. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
I have to pick up this.
Yeah.
Let me see. Just talk to people for a little bit. I'm trying to come back.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, so thanks everybody for coming to this live stream. I'm looking at the prices on this clock right in front of me, and pulse chain is 4 zeros and a 364. Pulse X is 4 zeros, 196, and we also got ink at $1.88. So these prices are looking pretty juicy, and I know there are questions for Karim about like what he thinks about these assets that are other than HEX. So and maybe we'll get to that later in the interview.
Yeah, you see, proof, right? Young Bell, see, officer checking on me. But this guy is cool. He's been helping me and everything like that. He was the first one that let me use my phone to, so because, you know, without that, and I wouldn't be. Okay, I'm gonna get to that part. But yeah, he's the one checking on me. So what was I saying?
So you were saying that there was 20 minutes left before the plane takes off.
Oh yeah.
And you guys get a call.
Yeah, we gotta get a call. No, like they go to the microphone that so and so. They call my friend first. Come back outside. Something on your luggage, whatever. Then he goes. I'm like, oh, I hope nothing is wrong. And then we're just waiting for him, right? Sitting there, me and my other friend, because there's 3 of us. You know what I mean? There was 3 guys. Then I get a call too. I gotta go. Something wrong with the luggage. The lady made a mistake, rightfully so. You know, bless her heart. She didn't do it on purpose. We're checking out together. Basically, she put my name in my friend's check bag and then my friend's name on my bag. So it's like a mixed up. So then to clear out, I say, oh, yeah, no problem. Then I say, yeah, no, this is my bag. This is his bag. But we're traveling together. But like, fix that. So then we fixing it. Everything is good. Then you just go back in. And then some other officer just, oh, we need to do a random check. I'm like, huh? Why? Why random check? We're talking about a check bag. You know, like when you go, you drop in and you go, whatever. And I want to caveat this. This is the same bag that I've been traveling with for months. You know what I mean? And then I say, all right, cool. I don't think, hi, whatever. It's my bag, whatever. And then boom. Then when they open it, they do the search. We're talking about, you know, like that little pocket where you put your shoes, not the main bag, you know, at the corner, whatever. And then bam, that's when they found it. I'm like, in my mind, my first like, I'm like, fuck, what is that still doing here? You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, because I had no idea. Like literally, honest to God. So it's like, because, and then I'm thinking, oh, that sucked. And I'm thinking, oh man, whatever, I'm gonna get a fine, whatever. Remember, I'm a resident in Florida. Do you get what I'm saying? So you don't even license fine, whatever. And we talk about ammunition. We talk about 9mm, tiny little thing. Like John literally said it best, because you know he has a firearm, whatever, in Louisiana, and then so you can literally buy that in the store. Walmart for less than $50. false. That's true. So I'm thinking worst case scenario. Fuck, I'm gonna get hit with a fine, whatever, and then because it's in a check bag and they're making a big deal, and then everything changed. They call officer, whatever, and then I understand they want to treat you like a criminal and stuff, put handcuff on you. It was the worst experience, I mean, certainly I can't talk about whatever. But anyway, it was just not good. Not good. People were watching you, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to go home. Like, what is going on? What's the big deal? They even take my friend at first too, because of the mixed up. They don't know, they think this and that. Then long story short, then they put in the car. Then we go to one of the office when they do the instigation. I literally got handcuffed behind my back. It hurts like crazy, because I've never done whatever. I'm sitting there literally, Maddie, for 4 hours, sitting there. Nobody talks to me. This, that, whatever. Just there. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. Then the officer comes in. Then that's when I find out that, it's a big offense over there. Because again, I don't know. Even though I travel the world, I look at the big things, like, do's and don'ts, whatever. And in my mind, I don't even know the thing is still in there. And we talk about a check back. We're not talking about carry on this, none of that. And he came with me. He came with me since Miami. It's the same suitcase that I used when I went to Cabo, Mexico, Tulum. No problem, because again, it's a check back. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I'm so frustrated, because it was an old roommate from like long time ago, and it's been there. Like, I honestly don't, and that's in a way that's what's helping me, because I'm not a resident here. I don't know the laws here, and literally it came with me from Miami. It wasn't like, for example, if I was anywhere in the island and then or random or whatever, and then police pull you over or whatever, and then they find that would have been bad. Thank God we're talking about at the airport. You're going home, this, that, and thank God the packet is full. Because it shows that I'm no firearm. I have no need for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If something were missing, they'll be like, well, what happened to the other bullet, this, that, whatever. They could say, oh, you're trafficking this, that, and the third, which is not the case. It's full. But this is what also sucks for the fact, because it's 50 pack of, you know what I mean? Full. So this is where the whole thing is going on. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? And then I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Then, I don't want my friend to get in trouble, whatever. And I said, no, this is my bag, this guy. I know I recognize that he was in there, right? So, but again, honest to God, I don't know about the law. I didn't know it was a big deal, because again, where I'm from, it's all legal, and like that, put it in a check bag because it goes under the plane. So my friends get cleared out, then he's off to go, and then this is the last day. They have to go. They can't help me even to stay here, because it's gonna cost them more money and stuff like that. So it was too late that night, because they did an investigation, whatever. They stayed one more day, but then they left in the morning. So literally, I'm basically like by myself, separate room. I'm like frustrated. I am pissed at myself. I am ashamed. I mean, I'm just going to all the feelings, bro. And then it hit me, and then I flipped the switch. I'm like, bro, I'm thinking like, remember back in the day when I first met you, I told you like, where I came from, whatever. And then like, you gotta have that survival mode, being in Africa, seeing the world, all the bullshit. I flipped that switch. I was like, all right, cool. Assume the worst. This is not your country, whatever. You fucked up. This is happening right now. What can we do? Boom, boom. I'm thinking still, fire, this, that, third, trying to reach out people. They took my phone. Now I cannot do nothing. Like, I'm talking about, bro, most people, they'll panic or whatever. Then the lawyer kind of comes in, which is like kind of like a free counsel. Because they have this, because you don't have a lawyer, from here, whatever, they offer you one. But it's just whoever's working that week. So you don't really get the best or whatever. But the point is, it's just there. First thing the guy comes in is like, yo, we need money, this, that, and the third. Again, this and that I can't really talk about. But like, basically, I just get hit with, you can go to jail for 12 years. Like every 5 minutes, I get that. 12 years. And I'm like, whoa, went from, this is serious shit now. You went from like, oh, what's the fine, to like 12 years? I'm like, wait, what the, So then, DEFCON 1, I still on my phone, man, what's going on? Then after that, they moved me to the actual police station, the post office and then like that. And then I got nothing else but the lawyer. And then literally that same night, I'm like, well, I have to be able to use my phone or my computer, because without that, I can't do nothing, because you're not allowed to do whatever. And I'm like, bro, how do you want me to get me funds, whatever? I don't have none of that. Especially, which kind of helped me a little bit. That same week, 3 other people got picked up. Same thing, airport, same problem. I may even know them. His name is David. The guy that I talked about in the story that that paid. He was really in and out fast, but he was with his wife and he has brothers, whatever. So when he's there, he had people talking, fundraising, whatever, doing all sorts of stuff. I'm literally by myself, end of vacation. We have no money. My 2 other friends have to go. I'm just dealing with my situation, right? I flip this way. I'm not gonna blame nobody and this, that, whatever. No, it's just like, all right, cool. It's just me and literally the epiphany. That's when they allow me to use my phone and my computer. I talked to John, quickly. I'm just explaining what the situation is going on, emergency, whatever, whatever. I'm sitting here again with all this feeling, frustrated, ashamed, this, all that stuff, and then I'm like, and I'm listening to the lawyer talking about 12 years again, this and that. And I'm like, yo, what's the worst that can happen? Because I don't have money like that. But then he said, if you give me like, 5K, which was the retainer, because basically he's saying, you got to retain me now. If I leave, I don't come back. And trust me, I want people too. Like, you don't come back. Like, nobody, even if something straightforward, you need somebody to go and fill out the paperwork for you to make you, because you have to do to court. You have to go magistrate court, then you got to go Supreme Court. There's two, because it's apparently in the higher grade. So you have nobody. You literally can just be sitting there for months. Your case not even moving. You can have the easiest. Like I said, I spent a total of 16 fucking days. It's like solitary confinement. 23 hours a day, you do not move. It's the room size of a closet. It's like, if you're not mentally there, you will be done. Like, I had to dig deep. Like, I'm talking all the personal development stuff that I've been talking about, meditation, everything just deep, and then just me, and I'm just rehearsing. And then as I rehearse, I'm pissed, because I'm like, how the fuck, like, I'm just telling them, and it's just like, how the hell you didn't check this, check that I was, and then going to like the whole 7 steps of grief. Like, boom, God don't like me no more. What did I do to deserve this? And I caught myself like, hey, nothing to do with that. What's done is done. What can you do now? What what I mean? The time to play the blame, this, that. And then I'm listening to the lawyer. He says, well, if you need a retainer, worst case scenario, blah, 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 your dad, fill out your paperwork. You're going to have no money for the fine, ultimately, if he ends up to that. But at least I do your paperwork, and then you're looking at 8 to 13 months. Fuck. But we went from 12 years to 8 to 13 months. That's what you're looking at, whatever. Because even if everything goes well, they don't play. Like, even the fine, kumbaya, you don't pay the fine. It's straight. It's called Grand Turk. It's another island. It's a separate island, 30-minute flight. And I watch people literally getting shipped in and out, like, just. And then once you're there, it's done. Like, again, forget about phone, laptop, whatever. You get a phone call once a week. I heard from some people that I met when I was in the cell that been there before, whatever. No access to computer and none of that. And then everything is just slow. And then if you've forgotten, and that's just that. And then you just end up doing your time. So this is why all these things going on, and nobody else to blame, no whatever, no money, whatever. Because again, end of vacation, I had to go back, because I go back, I do my work. We're in the bear market, right? 99, 98% down. So it's just like, it's not going to work. I have to, and then as I am very, very pissed, frustrated, I'm thinking about, man, the dream account is the only thing I can think about. Thank God I see access to my computer, and I obviously remember my password. You know what I mean? I don't need the key for that. Then I access it. I go bro, it's the most frustrating thing in the world, because it's like, man, 4.5 years, this, that, whatever. And then I'm like, well, hey, it's 12 years. So then the thought process becomes, like, I almost get like tears, but like tears of just anger, just like anger in the sense of like anger, disappointment. I mean, it's just a package of things, but like, man, why is this happening? Like, been through enough already. 4-year bear market, this, that, trying to do the right thing, just minding my own business, my friend, right? Like, but then again, I can't believe it. It's like, it's my back at the end of the day. So I'm like, all right, cool. Then in that case, that's when I decided, and I pressed the button, and I used the earliest day, because it's the one that has the most completion, obviously. So with the less penalty. Remember, they all have big payday on it too. So it was like 60, bro, even at 99%, it was $65,000 stake gone, and then I got 4.5 after. It's like even after whatever, and that would be the only one where I'm like at a real loss, because even though when I'm 99%, again, just brag about HEX for 2 seconds. Even after 99%, because again, I just stayed there and chill, the yield and everything like that, it was still above my first day entry, whatever, thanks to those yields. But then the moment your emergency end state, I think it was almost like 8. I can't remember my, like somewhere around 8 million HEX total, because there were $2 million stakes. I have a bunch of those. $2 million stake, you get $2 million for the big payday. It was like, because I went the whole distance, so I get the doubling, and then 4.5 years worth of yields. Just stay there and chill, crystal clear, right? Gone. You left with 700K.
Yeah, I mean, so Karim, a lot of us like understand how the HEX contract works, and like how long term you were, not only in promoting the idea and like telling other people that like delaying gratification is this like, good thing that you can do for yourself and for others, and like it makes you a better person, right? So but there are some people asking like, well, in the highest of stakes documentary, it seemed
Yeah,
like you were a multimillionaire, and then you didn't have access to more than 4.5K or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Some people don't understand how emergency end staking works,
Oh
and
yeah, and it was
that you couldn't get
mhm,
4.5K out of all of your stakes. That there was
exactly.
only
So
one
let's
that
address that.
could be exited.
Exactly. So let's address that so we understand. Again,
Mhm.
context in the highest state when they came to do the movie at the time of the lady. I remember we're not near the top, but still Hex was above 30 cents, I think, roughly when they did the movie, when the
Yeah,
lady asked me whatever. And again, I was educating and then preaching what I always preach from the get-go. Because again,
it
it's
was swinging
long.
around by multiple
Oh yeah,
cents in a
every day it goes up
day.
to 9 millions
In a
because
day.
whatever. But in my mind, it's like I'm staked. I can do nothing about it. So it's like, what's the point? So all those quote again, it goes back to the same haters when they're talking about the whole party this that they're using 2021 numbers and think to trying to scare or annoyed, for lack of a better term, the people who are new, who don't know me or who don't know the situation, how the thing actually works, to make it look like, oh, this is a here and now. No, everything got to be in the perspective. So when you account at the top, if you talk about top of the market, it's like, 30, 35 mil, whatever. And then the barely that you do, yeah, you go on the club, this and that, you spend a K or two, whatever. But again, I know people who are buying $300,000 car, $80,000 Rolex, this, that, and the third, and I did not do such a thing. And I
People
probably
who
had
cashed out
quote
millions
unquote
of
more money.
dollars even.
Exactly. And I could say
Yeah.
quote unquote had more money, but no, I choose. That's what I choose to be stay. I choose to play the long term game. And I still believe we will be vindicated. All this thing we're doing about 5, 10 years from now is gonna be another great documentary. So
So
the point
why
being,
so why didn't you cash out millions of dollars at the top
because
of
I was
Hex?
staked. That's the beauty about the contract. Four and a
Yes.
half years. Those stakes started before the run happened.
Yes.
I 00006 when I was doing, because I understood
Yeah.
it. I just stake and I just build up and I was just working. I just stake and build it up like that.
So you
So
put in 5K for 10 years, and then it went up to over $100,000, maybe several hundreds of thousands of dollars, just
no,
that
at the
one
peak, each of
stake.
those stakes was like a million plus.
Okay, so it went up to $1
Yeah.
million,
Yes.
but you
I
couldn't
stake
sell at that
$1 million.
time.
Yeah.
And if you hit the end button at that time, when the stake was new, or even in the first year or two, it would have gone to zero. You would have gotten nothing out.
Exactly. And I want to make something very, very clear. It's not even the fact that I couldn't. I didn't want to. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's also
Yes,
a big different thing.
that's a big
Because
difference.
because because you can say, okay, this, that penalty, whatever. Yeah, you hit, but if the price is 10 times higher than what it is, whatever, you will still be able to get a little bit more than the 4.5K. But again, I was not interested in that. Period. So this is the reason why 5K ended up yielding 4.5. But like the name, it says emergency exit. This is a real emergency. We're talking about 12 years here. We're not
Yeah,
joking about some people open their mouth. Some of those people, Maddie, and we're not going to waste too much time with them, but like you put them in that confidential cell for literally a day or two, they'll start crying. They will be done. I'm talking about the first cell, especially. It's like smaller than a closet. You're sleeping on the it's like like a double bunk bed. It's two bed, like it's all concrete on a deflated air mattress. So my back still hurts. Like you literally in this so
wow.
tiny little space. The ceiling is also very tiny. I can raise my hand almost until I can touch the ceilings. Hold it. If people Google see the picture, they can see. But it was back toilet right here in the corner, and then the whole room, entire room, including the toilet, is not as big as a closet. There's literally almost barely any walking space. You're there, you're by yourself. So one day I had the other guy, David, but then literally he was in and out so fast. First day he got in, second day he went to the first court, second day he went to the second court, third day he's out. But he had one of the best lawyers, and he spent the big money, and then he was in and out. You know what I mean? I did a total of 16 days. 16. And again, the story gets crazier, but we'll get to that. So those people, they won't even last a day or whatever. But in that moment, I'm just explaining how price down 99 some whatever percent. So the $1 million whatever stake is like 60. But then when you press the emergency
On
button,
paper.
you lose another, yeah, exactly, on paper. And then you lose another 80 some percent, whatever. Because the
Yeah.
rule, at 30%, you lose everything. At 50%, you lose all the interest, and you're only left with the principal. Now, interest includes big payday. So if people don't know, if it's a $2 million hex stake, and it is about 8 million something altogether, at 50%, you lose automatically 6 mil because all those other stuff are called interest, right? 2 million was the thing, 4 million each was the interest, 2 million, another one was like the big payday bonus. So I lost all of that. And because of the stake was around like 42, I think, something like that, 42, 43%, it even affected principal, lost another 1,300,000, and then ended up with 700K. So although the yield usually helped with the lower price, whatever, but because of the penalty being so high and losing all the big payday, whatever, that stake ended up yielding less than even what I originally put in, because those were 5K stakes. Now the other one, assuming they don't know whatever, they make the completion, they should be able to do fine. But again, the other one has even worse by a factor of 6 months, then a year and a half, 2 months, whatever, of lesser completion, which means the penalty will be even worse. So 4.5K is the best you get. Anything else is going to be lower than that. You know what I'm saying? But at the time I'm thinking 12 years, I can't do 12 years. I got to go at least lower the thing. And that's why literally in a funny way, I pressed the button, sick to my stomach, right? Then it's just, thing is gone. Then I had that initiate the transfer to prepare for the lawyer. And I think that's when Hexo saw because he went live when the thing went on. And then he wrote like, damn, that's dumb, right? And I'm reading that after because I was scrolling in and I would see. And I'm like, and I'm agreeing with him. It is dumb because now it hurts even more, 4.5 years. But then I wrote the comment, I'd be like, but you know what? You wouldn't, I don't know exactly what I said. Something like, if it was something like it was a matter of life or death, you wouldn't understand. Remember that? And then, because those who know, that's a dream account. And then he something said, that's why I said, putting it together. But in my mind, I'm like, it's me, take accountability. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my 8 to 13 months at the time, right? And then it is what it is. Fuck it. Boom. And that's when I notified John, because I did it before. And then, hey, this is what I decided to do. And then it sucks. It's my fault. It's what it is. But
okay.
I will be
damned. So the 4.5K that you emergency end staked, that was just to pay the retainer so that you could possibly get it down to like a year versus 12 years.
Exactly.
And then you were basically like taking full accountability, and in your mind you were saying, I'm going to do this year in this like very extremely punishing conditions, foreign prison, without any access to the world, and under tons of threats to yourself. You can get people die in prisons, right? Because they don't have the proper medical care.
And forget about it. Nobody's gonna
get sick. Yeah,
the basic, but that's it. And especially in a foreign land, nobody can help you. Nobody can post. It just literally, it was like, whoa, it was just crazy. So, and then again, after being to all my quick stages, and I'm like, well, like I always preach, I can't blame anybody else. At the end of the day, it's my suitcase. It was on there. It's my fault for not checking. I can sit here and play, oh yeah, but I went to other countries with it, which is true. It's been there for a while. From old women, It was in the corner. It's in the check bag. Like it's legal where I'm from. But that's not like the David people or whatever. It's legal where they're from. One of the guys even had a permit of firearm, but then they said you got to have a permit of firearm from the chief of police here, Turks and Caicos. So you can have all the licensing all you want. And even the guy before that had like a 40-round ammo, whatever that got picked up. That was the other record before me, whatever. Same thing. They all had permits, but they don't care. You know what I mean? Like the day before they picked somebody up, then on Monday, then Tuesday was me, and actually on Thursday they picked up another person, a lady, which I've never seen later. I mean, that's the one that also went to the news. So now we're in that stage, and I know we're in the bear market. You know me, I never ask nothing for nothing. Again, the community knows me, so it's like I'm like, all right, it sucks. It is what it is. I got to deal with it. It's still my responsibility. Boom, and then win the bear market. Hopefully, by the time I'm out, this is me thinking, literally, by the time I'm out, hopefully. We're back on the bull. And then because I will be fucking damned. This is my retirement. I worked so fucking hard for that money for years. You know the story, whatever. I took out my money from my 401k to invest into HEX. And I paid a penalty back then. Gladly so, because I believe, and nothing's going to change. I'm going down with the ship. If we're going to zero, we're going to zero. But I will be damned. I did not make a mistake. This is something that I wanted to do from the get-go. So I was
and you couldn't have ended any of the other stakes anyway.
Exactly, it would have been just worse
because it would have been zero.
Zero or very close to it. And then guess what? It defeats the purpose because I still don't have enough to pay the fine. Still don't have enough to afford the lawyer fully. Because Maddie, we're talking about 5K retainer. Lawyer they over there, they want 15K. The big guy, he's paid almost 30,000. But that's why he was in and out literally 2 days. Boom. So it's like when we say 5K, that's just a retainer. So he don't leave. Because I don't know nobody, I have no lawyer, no whatever. If he leaves, I don't have his number. I don't know him. I don't have my phone. I don't know. It's done. It's like, obviously now knowing, I know nothing about nothing.
Yeah.
I've never been arrested. A little bit of fear tactic, but it is what it is. I guess the business, he used that because
yeah,
I
the
find
yeah
out you could fire a lawyer, you can get another lawyer, or this and that. But at the time, I don't know nobody. I'm by myself.
the expense is non-negotiable. And it's in some like legal kind of like in some legal justifications, or you can question the morals of it all you want, but like if you get accused of something, you get punished, and you can be punished by going to prison or by paying these exorbitant fees that like basically make it so you have to go back to work and like slave away and do the time anyway. So it's like
Exactly.
society gives you two options of like, do you want to go do something productive and slave away and do your time, or do you want to do your time by sitting somewhere where you can't do anything and you can't help
Exactly.
anybody, and nobody can help
Because
you. So
I've always been a man of accountability, and to some degree, this is the reason why I have the friends that I have. And shout out to them. They know who they are, and they're close friends for a reason. Because Maddie, this is where it gets crazy, right? I'm trying not to get emotional on that one, but so I'm sitting there, all this emotion going out, very, very pissed. I probably punched myself in the head virtually like 20 times about how stupid that sounds. You know better that you travel almost anywhere. And then, but then again, it was just like, but then I switched. I was like, what is God trying to teach me right now? I always tell people, like, all the things that I talk about for years of stream, I'm like, Karim, time to implement all that all at once. You know what I mean? We live and we learn, right? Mistake's not a mistake if you can learn from it. What can you learn from it? What is the thing that God is trying to teach me here that I can see and understand, and obviously take accountability and then use that situation to move forward? So all those thoughts go into my mind as I stop playing the blaming game. I say, all right, what can we do? Take the action. Thinking about the 13 months, at least, in a fucked up way, I'm still grateful for the lawyer for being straight up with me, not wasting my time or his time, because he definitely brought that urgency. Obviously, it would have been nice to repeat that every 5 minutes, that I can go 12 years of it. But he made that very, very crystal clear to push me to action. Because if not, I would have just be like, boom. So I pressed the button, shit's gone. I feel like shit. I'm sitting here. I saw the text from HEX, so he has no idea what's going on. I can't even deny with it because I hate it myself. Then now I'm just replying to him. Then I'm texting to John. I'm letting him know what's going on, what I've decided to do, and because I've never been afraid of, like, again, work hard, pay, like I say, I pay my body or whatever, like, because I love my stick for that, because I truly be long term. They're gonna serve me right. I can be in debt. I can work. I can get that back because I've done it many times before. That's not an issue. Because I can generate money. Once I'm free, I can generate money. I'm not worried about that. But in this moment, I got to think, worst case scenario, nobody can help me. It's me, my problem. I got to fix it. I'm not going to go to nobody else. And, maybe even you can call it pride, but whatever. It is what it is. And then, as I'm talking to the lawyer, thinking about 13 months, whatever, then John texts me, fuck, bless his heart. And he says, hey, I don't know, but what if we reach out to the community to let them know, maybe that can help, on Twitter. And again, I'm thinking of shame. I'm thinking whatever, because I'm like, no, why would I want to do that? You know what I mean? Like, no, they got enough problems going on. We're in the bear market. I see the drama. Some people won't even understand. Some people think, oh, he's over there. Some people probably even think good for him, this, that, and the third. And then even my close friends, because that's what you do when you have close friends. You don't just be like, oh, my friend's gonna bail me out. No, that's not how it works. It's like you do that. Trust me, I don't know friends, you will lose them. Because emergency is supposed to be for emergency. Because if you have no real emergency, then it's like people are going to be like, no, we can just bail you out. Whatever. You're going to save it for those situations. So we go back and forth. I'm basically saying no. It's just like, hey, what is in my mind, I already pressed the button. So it's like, it's fucked anyway. I'm just going to do my 13 months, call it a day. But then the way he convinced me, bless his heart, and I'm going to give credit for that, is the way he said, like, no, it's not like you're not begging nothing. You're just letting people know. And then he reminded me for like 10 minutes, like all the work that I kind of forgot all the work that I've done in the past. Some people remember me for what you've done in the past. You did so much for the community. You didn't ask for money, this, that, and third. And actually, you genuinely have an emergency. Hey, if they don't, they don't. But you know what I mean? Some people might see that and want to help you. And then take it as, humbling experience, whatever, put the pride away, because I was a little prideful, I ain't gonna lie, it's just because it hurts, you know what I mean? Because you're like, fuck, you know what I mean? I'd rather, so long story short, he convinced me. Then he posts the thing online, And then, obviously the trolls comes in, this, that, and the third. And then as I'm texting some close friends, whatever, and then people from the community start calling me, like Waltz called me, man. I almost had tears. I was thinking about calling him, but he called me before. And then he said, what is going on? What do you need? And then I'm here for you. And then Freddie called me too. Sitting there, I was like, damn, people care.
Yeah. A lot of people care about you in this community deeply. We saw really a call to action where there wasn't necessarily one. That's how I looked at it. Was like, my friend needs help and he's given so much, and it wasn't a question of like what the right thing to do was, because it was obvious that people can hate all they want, but the people who have been here and who know you and who know right from wrong, like, we knew that we needed to help you.
And this
And
is when I told him on the phone, I'll say, hey, I'm in trouble. Can you help me? And then I'll find a way. I'll pay you back, whatever it is. He just said, don't worry about it. Just, I'm going to talk to John. We'll figure something out. And what really hits me is like, I was mad at myself too, because I forgot. I thought, like, because I never was like that. You don't owe me shit, bro. Like, I'm just, we're all investors at the end of the day. You don't know me like that. I mean, you know me, but like some people, we know each other for years, but it's not like we hang out every day or whatever. And then I forgot, and then they didn't ask questions, nothing. They just be like, hey, we'll figure something out. We'll let you know. Just stay tough, and then texting, and all the people texting me, and my other close friends texting me. And then John said, yo, do you want me to come? I said, no, don't come. I don't want to see nobody. If I see you, I might crack. I'm in war mode right now. So I said, don't come. You can't help me. Honestly, I was still using my critical thing. You can't help me right now. You're gonna come here. It's gonna cost you money. It's a very fucking expensive island. It's like $2-3. I'm in the hotel right now. They're like $200-300 a night, because I have to be in a touristic area where the Grace Bay police station is. Because again, I'm out on bail, but I'm not out, so I gotta check in twice a week. Like, the thing is still going. So I said, no, don't come. I don't want to see you. I didn't even told my mom. I mean, she'd be like, he was like, oh, you want me to call your sister? They're like, no. I said, no, don't. I'll be like, my mom could have a heart attack if she find out. You know what I mean? She'd be so disappointed, man. He was just like, it's don't. And then my sister ended up finding out, because one of my friend follows me, a close friend follows me on Twitter. Jeff Jean, bless his heart, and another friend, Wilson, from Massachusetts days. One of my friend that I made a 10-year stakes. They called my sister, and that's how she find out. And then she told me, I beg her to tell my mom. My mom, they were there at the wedding, whatever. And thank God, to this day, my mom doesn't know, which is good. She don't watch streams like that, but I don't want her to worry. I'll tell her maybe once I'm out and everything. So it's like,
wow.
So yeah. So dealing with that is just be like, hey, what do you need? Like, what's going on? And then that's when the word get around a little bit more. And then I just be like, okay, cool. There's hope. There's hope. Just tough it up. What's going on? Then I put a game plan in action. Know what's going on. I told John, send me the money. Don't send the lawyer directly, because it's like, you don't know. I don't trust these people like that. No offense, because it's like, I need an excuse for him to come, because when he comes, I can use my phone. I can use my computer. Because if he doesn't come, I can't do none of that. So we agree numbers, whatever. But I'm giving the money. See some results, to see some action stuff going on. Next day at court. So I was like, all right, cool. Things settled. But I had to pay that retainer to even get started. So this is where everything started to roll. And again, I'm sitting there. I'm in the cell. Again, at night, sometimes I can't sleep. I'm just there with my mind. That's why it's so powerful. When you're alone with your thoughts, it's just you. It's just like, and then I go into this journey, just, meditating, what's going on, what's going to happen to me.
So John had really been the only main point of contact, and because he's so trusted in the community, as soon as I saw that he said you were in trouble, then I just connected the dots myself and said, okay, I'm sending $500 now, and I'm gonna keep talking about this until the right amount of money is raised, like whether it's a donation or a loan or anything. I looked on chain. I saw what you had done with your emergency end stake, And I, because you've volunteered on this show 3 to 6 hours a night for a year, on Tuesday nights, and you and I have met up in so many different places in the world. It seems like a no brainer for people to, especially people. Some people cashed out at the top. You and I were trying to live this hungry lifestyle where we would stay productive and mentally healthy, and so we time locked our money intentionally so far into the future because we're young and productive. And so
Exactly. And that's the
yeah,
thing that hits me the most, and that's what I love the community, because like I said, I always looked at it like, respectfully, like nobody owes me nothing. I do the thing because I said I'm a human being. I do it because I want to do it. I don't do it because I calculate to get something back. And that's, I believe,
yes.
what my true friends realized, and they reminded me, because that's what almost got me to tears, because I'm so quick to like explain and say, and then Freddie and then Walter say less. I know time is limited. We got it. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. And that's when it hits me. I'm like, wow, I don't have to explain. They know it's bad. And then we'll talk about it later, but we're here for you, whatever it takes. And that, to me, it just reminded me, man, this is why I love this community so much, and why I started, why I wanted to do this thing. So it gave me strength. It gave me like, it sucks. You're there, fucking cockroaches everywhere, but it's like, oh, my people are looking out for me. I'm not alone anymore. It's not just me, John. It's like there's people out there that's willing to help. So now I'm thinking, Karim, problem solving. What can I do? Right? Meditate there. I started doing push-ups. Start walking in my little cell, 4,000 steps a day. I look at like
Wow.
what would Top G do. Like I shift the mindset. I'm literally just warm mode, just quiet. Don't make no sound, no noise, nothing. Now we go to where the party gets crazy, right? Because first day, after I
So
get
let
picked
me
up,
just say, say another point to like, cap off the fact that tons of people sent money, and we're at the bottom of the market, and so that it proves that this community is something that is special, that's different than all other crypto and all other finance. Is you have people who survived a 99% down and are still here, and then you have people that are doing the right thing, by supporting somebody who's given so freely. And there was one, there was one a person who gave like 5 ETH, that
yeah,
was anonymous, and then there's been an anonymous donor that got it up like 25K higher or something that was needed to actually get you out on bail.
yes,
And so to all those people, it's such a huge thank you and such a big relief that
yeah. He was a great
that
guy, and I told John, as soon as I come back, I want to meet him and say
we
thank you in
we
person. So
we have something being proven here that is very genuine and very special, and it kind of speaks to like what hex is this thing that a lot of people don't understand. And part of the ethos, I think, that ties into like how we view money, is this idea that like, because somebody gives you, or because somebody like puts money into something, that doesn't mean that you own someone else, right?
facts.
And so if somebody like, if somebody donated or gave a loan or like bought a ticker, that doesn't mean that you own the person or people associated with it. And that's important not only for legal reasons, but just for like, moral and decency reasons. And so I think the community is at a moment, like a teachable moment here, with people being able to start looking at your relationship with money and with other people differently, and to see that the fact that so many people wanted to help Karim because he's so valuable to the community, and is just an incredible person. I think, and this like, yeah. So I think that the way that we look at money, that you can't say that Karim owes somebody something, just like we can't say that RH owes us something, and that doesn't mean that these people aren't going to continue to make the world a better place.
Amen. Well said. And then again, just to switch back, right? When that hits me, and then this is when again I double down, switching the mode to be like, okay, Kareem, solution only. That's it. You're not alone. Your friends coming in to help you. and that really gave me that boost. And then I got reminded that, like, it's okay. I'm not ashamed to say this. I've said it many times. It feels good to be loved. It feels good to not be forgotten, because it could have easily just be like, all right, you're just stuck in the hole somewhere. It's bear market. They have all the excuse to just be like, hey, not my problem, right? So, and that's why I was, like I said, that's what I was thinking at first. And that's why I got to tear, because I made a big mistake as a friend. I'm like, man, you got to trust your friend. How can you just not trust that they're going to help you? Because I didn't want it. And then John had to push me, and thank God he did. And then the people like Maddie, I'm talking about, like, within like 10 minutes, these people that I call, and these people that I was thinking about calling, they call me before I called them. International call, but like, and it was a quick call because it was there. The officer was here looking at me. I only had my phone literally for a limited amount of time. And then quick, they just said, hey, no explanation, no judgment. Like, hey, boom, what you need, we're coming to get you. And that gave me strength. And I'm like, now I'm thinking, I can't let them down. Yeah, it sucks, but big deal. It's like, they're here for me. So whatever I got to do, I got to do. Boom. So now I get a game plan in place. That's the Tuesday night. Wednesday, I go to court, the magistrate court. That's the first step. And then, Thursday, I'm supposed to go to the Supreme Court, like the other guy that did the back-to-back. But then sucks. It's a holiday. Can't do it. Then, all right, cool, Friday. Then Friday, all the people on Thursday got moved to Friday. And then, again, and I'm learning. I've never done none of this stuff. I learned, you need to have a, special lawyer, this, that. Some lawyer get more, just like how money would do. You can skip certain line, this, that, and the third. So now I can't do Friday. Then I get moved to the following week, and I'm just sitting in that jail. Now, in the meantime, on Thursday, that's when they pick up the lady at the airport. Same problem. Then they bring her to this station, and there's only two spots, but a guy and a girl can't be in the same cell. So they move me to another location where I used to go. That's where they do the shower, and it's slightly a little bit bigger. But now there's a bunch of people there. They can go up to like 9. That's where there's like 4 people. And now just like stuff that I watch in the movie. Now it gets a little bit more rough. You get just be more in the corner. So it's like that's Thursday. You know what I mean? The following day, fight broke out. Some, Haitian guy was fighting a guy from DR, whatever. So I just mind in my corner. It's just crazy stuff going on there. I'm just be like, just stay strong, mind your business, get your food. The food was nice, at least, that was good. And then just, count the days, count the hour, meditate. What think about what you're going to do once you're out, or, start a game plan. Because I got a game plan, because as soon as when the lawyer comes, whatever, and I get access to use my phone and my computer for a very short amount of time, I got to be very quick. So I have to have already a game plan. Who do I need to follow up? I got to give John an update. What's going on? What do I need? Boom, 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 move it like that. That's why he was able to do the update, because every time I'm able to get my phone, then I can update him. That's why I told everybody that people panic, people call me. Like, I say, I'm so sorry, I can't really talk. I'm limited time. Talk to John. Just copy the message. Talk to John. He knows what's going on. And then people trying to come. No, I said, don't come. I don't want to see you. I want to see nobody. It's just I'm just like in the trenches right now. So yeah, I need that. Stay mentally strong. So then we do that. Then I had to wait until the following Friday. So now I've been in there almost 10 days. That's when I saw the second judge, the Supreme Judge. Actually, no, a Thursday. That's when I saw him. And then now after that, that's when they get to potentially grant me the bail. Now, due to past experiences and doing some research and then, trying to find out what's going on, the previous guy that was similar to me, just to get in perspective, his bail was actually 40,000, and he had 40 rounds. And then I find out, thank God, it was like 4 months ago. They've been kind of a little bit lenient, a little bit less since then, because it's been happening a lot. This is a very recurrent thing. I want everybody to know it's a very recurrent thing that's been happening here. A lot of people call for that and they don't know. You know what I mean? So now when I got 35, I already kind of knew to be expected I should be in that ballpark, because the other people, the lady, she got $8K bail because she only had she had $10K bail because she had 2 bullets. And then the David guy has an $8K bail because he only had 1. Mine was 35, but then I wasn't surprised because the guy with 40 had 40,000. You know what I mean? That's cash bail. Obviously, he had the money, whatever. So now I'm looking at it like, when I'm doing my research, I'm going to need at least that or more. So by the time I heard 35, thank God I was already in that ballpark. You know what I mean? So I got to give the lawyer a 15, but it's based on top of the fact that I already gave no retainer, whatever. But I want to give him like little by little as I go, so because I don't want to give too much. Then I lose access to like things that I need when I need my phone or my computer, because again, nobody's here to help me. Now, moving forward, as I watch also the money being raised, thank God. And then that's when, the gentleman, I don't know if I can say his name, but anyway, that did the loan for 25K. Man, I was so grateful, happy to meet. Again, shout out to John, because John came up with the idea, because he knows me and I've done many times. Like, we've done multi-$100,000 deal. Like, if I owe somebody money, I'll pay back, because that's the type of person I am. And by the way, I want to be very clear. All the people who donate loans, your money will be paid back. You have my word. As soon as I'm able to, boom. I've been trying to put a little bit of interest if I can, because I appreciate, I appreciate your help. So those who donate for free, man, I love you forever. You already know. Said, if anything I can do, there's no amount of money that can change that. And if I can help you in any way, just say the word. I'll do it for free. So for life. So Karim loves you. For you, if it wasn't for you, I'd probably be in jail right now. In the actual prison. And everybody knows time is the most important thing. That's what I love the most, and freedom. So that I can't even put a price tag on that. So, but the people who loan, again, they don't have to. I don't take nothing for granted. Your money will be paid back. I want to make that very clear. So now we're fast forward on money being right down. I raised the amount, and that brings me to that Thursday. Then Friday, I'm starting to move money around, and I was trying to find somebody to do what's called a surety. For people who don't know, just a definition is like, if you don't have the $35,000 in cash, because we're still raising the money, then you can do what's called a surety, where you got to put something of value of $35,000 or above. They check rigorously, paperwork, everything, to make sure that is gone. Now, the little caveat that sucks about that is that it has to be somebody from Turks and Caicos. How stupid is that? Can be somebody foreign, right? But again, that's the rule. Kind of makes sense if you look at their side. They think you're gonna run away because it's a small island. Some people flee, boat. This, I'm never gonna do that, because they take, which they did. They take your passport, they take your green card, whatever. Some people still find a way to run. I'm not running. I'm not gonna sacrifice my life for that. But I gotta look at it like the worst case scenario, because it has happened before to some other people. So their surety works in the sense where, okay, you're out on bail, but if something happens to me or I leave or whatever, that person that do the surety is going to be on the hook for the $35,000. Now, what sucks is, again, I know nobody over there. And then it's a very high number. Even the lawyer doesn't know people that can do that. You know what I mean? So, and the other people, they're local. They got their family, they got their friends, they got their house, land, whatever. They can just do the bail. Me, I got nobody. And the people that can help me, they're not from there. So let's say even you got $1 million, you can't post a surety for me because you're not from Turks and Caicos. So that won't work. So now I'm thinking, fuck, that's why I need more than that, because I got a lawyer, I got a whatever. And that's just the bail. And another thing about the bail money, you cannot use the bail money for the fine. I still got a place to that I got to live, hotel, this, all this other stuff, the lawyer money. So it's like that's why in my mind already, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to need like 50. If I don't get to 50, it's like I'm going to be fucked. You know what I mean? So as money is being raised, again, full disclosure, I raised about 14,000 from the community, because on the pressure, ETH crashed, which sucks. By the time I moved it to Kraken, it was even lower, and the fees, the 25,000 was actually sent on Pulse Chain. I got to bridge it. I had to pay the fee, 0.3%. Then I got to send it, fee on exchange and wire to my. Long story short, I got 24,800 and change by the time I was done. But let's just say, for argument's sake, 25K, 14, so about 39,000. And I talked to John right away, because I saw the post on the online that he put in there 42, so I corrected that. It's no big deal. It's like 5% miscellaneous, because also some of the Zelle amount was not correct because I didn't receive that. So now I'm at 39,000 raised. 5K goes to the lawyer, right? Next back, because now we're doing the process. And then fortunately on that following Monday, when everybody thought I would be out since Friday, but I'm doing this math and I'm moving the funds. I don't make the cutoff. Court closed at 4. They don't let me use the laptop until late. I mean, it's all kind of fucked up. And then the courts open the weekend. Boom! I get stuck for a whole. You know how depressing that can be, when on Friday you thought you might be out, then you can't use computer, you can't transfer money, you miss the cut, and now you have to wait until Monday. That's 3 more days in 23-hour confinement. It's crazy. Just you and your thoughts. Oh my God. But you just dig deep. You just dig deep. You're like, it is what it is. At least I'm thinking, hey, it's not 12 years. Hey, you might not do 13 months. It might be less. Just stuff it up, whatever. Then the Monday comes in, right? Money to the lawyer. So now I'm down to. That's why John I put the update. I told him, hey, possibly Monday or Tuesday, and need the update. Karim did this, that. He has about 35. Boom. That it was 34, because 39 minus 4 is 34. And then my sister sent me 1K Zelle to Johnny, sent to me. So I'm at 35. This is good. And this is when one good news really started to come. The money from the lawyer started to fucking pay out, finally. My application for expedited services has been granted. So now Because when I heard the Supreme Court judge say October, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It went from September to October. And I'm literally sitting there. I watch all the people, courts going on. Some people literally were calling video call from the prison, from the Grand Turk. Once they send you over there, it's done. And literally on a Monday, every day or every other day, I watch somebody lose 6 a.m. the marshal, the people that come, hey, you, so get up, boom. Your flight is at 6, whatever, going to the airport. It's a 30-minute flight to ship you to the prison. And again, once you're there, that's another kind of experience. Yeah, some people say, oh, yeah, but you get to be outside, you're in the yard, and you can go to the gym. I mean, do you think I want to go to prison? I don't. And more importantly, you get one phone call a week on a Tuesday. Laptop, forget about that. You may never use that. So I'm like, no, I have to get out of here now, because after a while, when you're granted bail, if you don't get out, they're going to assume you cannot do it. So then they're going to issue the order to set you. And literally one of the officers that was helping me, I literally told me that you have to activate, rightfully so, because he was trying to help me too, to make sure that I understand the severity of the situation. So now we're on Monday. That good news comes in. I have court Wednesday. That was literally this past Wednesday, right? Where I can do the expedited services for the first hearing. This is what I told people. And then now, I don't know if I told that breaking news, I have my second hearing next Thursday on the 22nd. That's when we're going to be able to do the plea and whatever, because it's ongoing. So at the time of Monday, I got the first hearing on Wednesday. That's the really, really good news. And then, but then again, I'm doing the math in my head. It's like it don't make no sense, because I paid the bail, $35,000. Okay, good. Quick maths, right? Again, on the stress. Now I got zero money. I'm out. Okay, cool. Where am I going to live? On the street? I got no money for the hotel. Again, $200-$300. Where I'm staying, right? So they all $200-$300 a night. No money for food. And then I still got to pay the lawyer, because case still ongoing. You know, who knows? It may not be 3 months process, but it's still going to be a month or plus. And I've been already, 2 weeks plus here already. But I need money for that. And most importantly, let's pretend all that's figured out. I still need money for the actual fucking fine, which I did some research. The guy with the 40 round, he paid about $7,000 as a fine. But again, me is 50. So chances are it's going to be higher. These people, again, not that it mattered in Florida, but that guy had a fire license permit. He may have help. I don't have that. I don't need to. Florida, thank God for my case. But who knows? So I got to think it's going to be 10K, possibly more. But at least that. And I'm looking at the wallet thing, after 25K, money's still coming a little bit, but not that much. And again, I'm in warrior mode, and I feel bad, feel shitty. Committee's tapped out. I already know they're doing the best they can. So I literally, Maddie, I took a fucking gamble. But it was a calculated bet. And I was like, it's the only way. So as I am frustrated, I look at a silver lining, laughing at myself, because sometimes you want to laugh and not cry, right? I'm like, hey, look at the bright side. You're fucking stuck here. But at least you don't pay a hotel. And, you don't pay for food. You get 3 meals a day. Could be worse, right? I'm thinking like that. So they can't send me to prison if I got court on Wednesday. I know they've been doing courts for video calling, but it's Monday today. I just got approved to go on Wednesday. I've been here 14 days already. What's another 2, right? Let's see if maybe more funds comes. And then also about an hour later, good sign, boom. That was a long shot. But then I hear me like one of the guys that we rented the villa from when I was there with my friend, again, quickly make friends with him, really cool. He was supposed to come to Miami for a couple of days, which he did, and then go to Europe on vacation. Thank God I switched contact with him and everything like that. And then he was trying to help me in my situation back in the day, but they took me quickly and then they sent me to the post. And then he had to fly literally the next day to go to Miami and then go on vacation. But he gets back to me, find out the situation, what's going on, follow up. And I'm letting him know. And then this is when he tells me, well, we can strike a deal, whatever. And I can help you with the surety part. So I'm like, oh, that might be a sign. I have to risk it. I have to, you know what I mean? Make some type of deal with him, because again, I got to make this money stretch, because I got to remember warrior mode. I got to think that's the last dollar the community has. They already tapped out. There's only so much they can do. So I'm thinking worst case scenario, it doesn't work. I get sent to the fucking prison. Worst case scenario, a month, whatever the process gets done. I still get to talk to the lawyer, send the money. And then if it takes a while, 2 months, 3 months, hey, it's still better than 13. Sentencing comes. I pay the fine out of the 35, and then at least I'm okay, right? I was thinking like that. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, gamble works, which it did, which is basically this. make a deal with the guy. Boom, I'm gonna pay him about 5K, 30% of the thing. Boom, because again, he don't know me like that. And then technically
Yeah.
true. If something happened, I leave, whatever. He's stuck with a $35,000 bill he has to pay. And then
Yeah.
most other people, they wouldn't even do it. They don't know me like that. And they can't even. Thank God, he's a big shot here because he had the villa, whatever, and he has a limousine company, whatever. And he
Wow.
wanted to help me because we've been good.
Yeah.
And we rented his house, we're staying there. Again, stay out of trouble, no problem. Had a great experience. And we're just going back home. So now Benani tells me, fuck, I can't come until Friday because he's on vacation, rightfully so. This girl is in the Mykonos. But I'm like, fuck, I can't wait until Friday because the office is telling me rightfully so at any time they can send you to Great Turk. I can't. So it's like, I said, please try to come here on Wednesday because I have this security, I guess, until Wednesday because I have court. And then, he tried to work with me and he showed me literally flight tickets and everything, screenshot. Yeah, but it costs more money. And I said, no problem, I'll pay for it, whatever. So I sell him $800, more. But again, I'm just having a game plan right now.
Yeah.
Change his flight to come on Wednesday. And then now it's just up to luck. If I don't get sent to the jail and I have to fucking do the video conferencing from there, they're going to stick with me here 2 more days. Again, 23-hour confinement. Day 14 goes by, Tuesday, because I got picked up on a Tuesday. It's been 2 weeks. Day 15 goes by. Boom. That's the Wednesday. Go to court. Boom, boom, boom. That's when I find out I got the second hearing on the 22nd, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good news. Things are moving a little bit faster. It's not October anymore. Then the guy comes in. See me. I'm just so relieved to see him, blah, blah, blah. Now I want to do the paperwork, help me out. Then he goes, so you know how court is. It's so annoying. He goes there. They ask him all kinds of other questions. He brings the paper. Oh, but you need, he just keep going back there 10 times. Not like you wish you go there, just tell me what I need. You go there, say, yeah, but we need this other thing. And then this other thing, because he was using one of his cars. He brings all the paperwork like, oh, but you need this other thing and this other signature and it's in and out. So guess what? The court closed, Maddie. Oh, frustration. Gotta wait the next day. Another day goes by. On the Friday, day 16. I'm sorry, Thursday. The following day, Thursday. That's when finally round 1 brought the last piece of paper those people needed. And then boom, finally get to be out. You know what I mean? Took that big gamble. And literally the officer even told me, how about stay 1 more day? They would have sent me. Wow. Because every day I stay, because the judge don't know that. Nobody needs to care. It's like, hey, it's Monday. Why is he not out? Okay, it's Wednesday. Because the lady also came for the court, but she's out on bail. So she come in like regular, whatever. So maybe he didn't know or whatever. But, you come with cuffs on versus somebody comes in just walking in regular. Because, you still looked at a prison. So now I'm like, I want to be out. I'm frustrated. I'm like, bro, we got to be out. I got to be out. If not, they're going to send me. They're going to think I'm not doing this bail thing, even though it's been granted. And then thank God that Thursday, boom. Because I find out literally another day, they would have sent me because they can also have too many people in the jail and that would have been completely fucked. So that big gamble, but calculated risk, I had to pretend that there's no more money sent my way, whatever it is. Now look at the summary. It's like it helped my situation because now I have a little bit ammo left because it went from 35K that would have really turned to zero to now 35, minus roughly.
You have more funds left. You can't
exactly
use that
because now
anymore.
Between the Zelle that I sent for him to change his flight, the 5K deal, whatever, down to about 29,000. I still got the other 5 for the lawyer because I got to continue to pay that. Right, boom, down to about 24 and change. And then guess what? Now I got enough money for the hotel. That's a big deal because it's about $200-300 a day and then some food. Because I find like a Airbnb at first for about 2.5K for the month. But it's so far out, 30-minute drive. I don't have a car. I don't know if I'm supposed to check in twice a week at the police station. If I don't, I violate the bail, and then I can get picked up at any time or whatever. So it's like I have to stay in this area, which for good or for worse, a lot of things are walking distance, which helps, food, whatever. But it's a touristic area. That's where the hotel expenses. And the Airbnb, that area, forget about it. They're like $6,000-7,000. There's $10,000 a day because they have beautiful villas here. It's crazy. 10,000. So it's like I can't afford that. So, and then the guy also that helped me, he said, maybe if his villa is not rented, I might crash there a couple of days. He can help me out. Also the same guy. But right now it's rented. So I got to assume, but I'm still working on that. But right now I'm in the hotel. But the whole spiel is that, I'm down to like, 20 and some. I can afford the hotel, even $200-300 a day. The good news is we went from 3 months, remember, expedited service. Now, I don't want to jinx it, but it could be done by the end of the month. That means if I'm renting, 3K every 10 days, 2 weeks, 3, 4K, it's better than having to run that for 3 months. That would have been out of budget, doesn't make no sense, whatever, whatever. So, long story short, all this, whatever, and after the, because I got a budget, like I just said, about 2 weeks, possibly more, I don't know, but 3K plus, so it's gonna cost me maybe 5, 6K hotel, whatever, whatever, and I still should be able to have 10K plus left for the final fine. So I'm proud to report that this crazy gamble that your boy took, because assuming community tapped out, whatever, whatever, assuming that's the key, that I can get expedited process and don't have to, because if I stay September, October, then I'm gonna be fucked. But if things get expedited, because it is my legal right, that's why I was able to go, because I'm not from here, and I also argue I got bills back home, which is true, and stuff like that, and rent and whatever. So I can't be staying here for no reason. They have to expedite the process. And I literally watch in court people literally lose their date. Like, oh, you were supposed to be September. Yeah, your hearing has been moved to October. Literally, I watched that live. The guy's calling from the Grand Turk prison, video conferencing. I'm like, whoa, that could easily be. So thank God that, again, the money for the lawyer started to pay out, basically.
Yeah.
Now, I so far, assuming end of the month, based on what has been sent so far, this gamble had paid off, that I should have enough to be able to take care of things, assuming key important things, it gets resolved by the end of the month or less, but by the end of the month, and that the fine is no greater than, $12,000 and change. Because if it is, I might need some more. But this is night and day difference. Have I gone the other way and pay? Bro, I bring a street. No food, no place to stay, no money for the lawyer, because and no money for the fine. Because bail money, I can't use that. You get what I'm saying? I would have.
Yeah. You could have asked the community for a lot more money, but that wouldn't have been the most efficient thing to do.
Exactly.
But you took a risk of your own
Very
freedom.
risky, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Worst case scenario, I'm out there for 2 months. They're doing the best they can. I gotta tough it up. I gotta because I was like, again, you look at what's the worst case scenario, right? In those crazy situations. Worst case scenario, it fails. I get sent to prison. I lose contact with people. Like, guys, gets even fewer, once a week type thing. I just pray the expedited services works. And then by the end of the month or early September, when sentencing comes in and I can pay the fine, I'll just pay the fine and I'm out. So that was in my mind, that was the worst. So I had to play literally chess. Like this 35K is like blood, sweat, and tears. Every dollar count. I have to make it stretch as much as possible. Because if not, I would have need somewhere around bare minimum 60,000.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at, again, 10, 12K fine plus hotel, food, whatever. And another 5K for the lawyer.
Yeah, you're at a phase now where you're not in jail anymore, but you're not free.
Yes, exactly.
So you are on bail. You are reporting to the jail or to the legal department. And,
the police station, Grace Bay Police Station.
And really, you're not safe until you're back on American soil. And so I'm glad that you're out of the jail situation. And I realize that you still have, you've been through the worst of it, I hope, so far, like compared to what it could have been. And hopefully now, you continue to, be able to cope with all this because it seems like you've been through a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the good news that I can report. At least the gamble has worked. Again, thank you everybody for what you have done so far. Obviously, we're not out of the woods yet. I don't want to celebrate too soon, but I just want to say my gratitude one more time. Anybody involved, whether you donated money or not, I'm very grateful. The awareness, Maddie, thank you. Anybody else that's watching this that have posted, reposted, fought the haters for me, all that stuff, I love you for real. And then again, if I ever get to see you in person and I know what you've done, I'll always say thank you. So always grateful for that. That's why I wanted to come here, you know what I mean, and not to create division, whatever. And I'm going to try to be, like I said, a little bit more back because I love this community and they show me, and my close friends also, which are part of the community, showed me how much they love me. So that was great. It was good to see, you know what I mean? So like I said, I feel like Trump after dodging the bullets. So, we're going to do more cool stuff. Hopefully this bear market ends soon. You know what I mean? Different stage, different venue. I want to talk macro again because again, I've always been. It's just at the time I felt like some of it was just redundant, and then people maybe were getting tired of hearing the same thing. But then I realized, sometimes it's just good to just come hang out with people. They just want to see your face. It doesn't matter if we talk about anything new or the same thing for a while, because that's what also sideway markets does. We talk about the same thing over and over. But then I realized that even that, it still matters. People get to see you, get to hang out. We need that human interaction, although it's virtual. And that's the biggest takeaway. But yeah, shout out to everybody.
Yeah, the community has a lot of love for you, Karim, and yeah, I think you bring such a good balance between high energy and like intellectualism and really great insights. So yeah, we're really glad that you're still with us and that that we're
Amen.
able to move forward now and
Amen. Much
yeah,
love to everybody. And then we can start talk, maybe answer some question in the chat, I guess. And there was a good question
sure.
here from Henry Vaughn. So yeah, so basically, yes, when you're on bail, that means you can't leave the island. They took my passport, they took my green card, so I can't leave legally. Now, fortunately, thanks to the expedited process services that that the money for the lawyer started to pay for, it shouldn't be, keyword again, I don't want to misspoke. It shouldn't be October, because first hearing back in the day, what I heard was like September and then October. So the fact that expedited services got granted and then I got the first hearing last Wednesday, that was a huge bump forward. Now the second hearing is on the 22nd, next Thursday, and then that's when we're going to most likely do our plea and stuff like that. And if everything goes well, again, I don't know, everything goes well, I'm guessing by the end of the month, first week of September, because I heard about phases, is one hearing, second hearing, plea, maybe a third hearing. But then after that, they go into what's called sentencing. They tell you what is it going to be, fine, jail, this, that, both, whatever, because I don't know. And, I got to be careful. I can't speak on something I don't know. So, but when that happens, then ideally, what I pray for is that it's just end up with a fine, probably going to be a high fine, but fine nonetheless. Pay the fine. Once I pay the fine, I can literally, book my flight and then be on my way the next day. So I'm shooting at first week of September. If it's sooner, even better, because every day costs money here. But that big gamble that I did, I mean, maybe I shouldn't call it a gamble, calculated risk, and I was fully aware of the consequences. If it miss, then you don't hear from me for maybe a month until it's done. But I had to listen. That's how much I love my people. Again, I didn't even want to do this. John convinced me. Shout out to John again. He's a real one. But I was like, bro, this is 35K sweat, blood, and tears. You know what I mean? More than half of it I'm gonna pay back. But it's like like even the gentleman that did the loan, he didn't have to. The fact that he stepped up, I'm just grateful. I'm definitely gonna pay him back, whatever it takes. But it's like the fact that he did in this short notice in the bear market, we're 99% down. I'm very upset at myself and everything. I feel bad. Some people give some of their money. I mean, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like in the bear market when we always got, so it's just like, I was like, no mas. What can I do? What can I do? And then this whole thing started when I just read the data. You know what I mean? I just have enough, but then I'm out. What the fuck does that mean? I'm out and I'm still back to square one problems. Money's trickling in, but it's not coming like that. I gotta assume the worst. And thank God that guy got back to me. That was huge. Because if he didn't get back to me, I'm still fucked, because all I can want doesn't matter. I still have a surety problem. So the fact that he got back to me, that I was able to strike a deal, that's what gave me the motivation. Say, you know what, Karim, that's a sign. Take the gamble. And I'm just glad it worked. So, and then now, so far so good. I should have enough. Again, thank you everybody, and hopefully, I keep everybody updated as the thing goes by. Next update is again 22nd, next Thursday, and then we go day by day. I'm just here at the hotel, just relaxing. Slept 2 days straight on an actual bed. Took an actual hot shower.
Yeah.
And then I was doing John is right, about 150 push-ups a day, and then 4,000 steps. Man, when you have to entertain your mind, sometimes you do what you got to do. So it's and then once I got out, it's just like it's another level of appreciation, Maddie, in a weird way. It's just like I just enjoying watching the sun, sitting around, saying hi to people. You know, I saw a girl after a while. You know, I mean, I've seen this police officer female too, but you get what I'm saying. I was just like, and then it reminded me, oh man, life is great, man. Freedom. You know, you can be broke, but you gotta be free. That's the biggest. That's the biggest, man.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So great memories. Again, I have no hatred for the people of Turks and Caicos. I want to be very clear about that. It's a beautiful island. Everything's great. Everybody that get the chance to visit, whatever. Because I've heard, some other people, whatever, whatever. And there was a lady, American lady, whatever. She was thinking about moving here, buying a house. That like, boom, she got hit with the same thing, bullets, and then obviously she had a rough experience like me. Less days, of course, but it's probably tougher for ladies. So I'll give them that. And then now she just hate the place. You'll never come back. Da, da, da. So I can dissociate the two. You know what I mean? It was
Mm-hmm.
definitely my bad. I definitely learned from it. And I remember I told you I had a surprise. I'm going to crack a little
Yeah.
joke for everybody to lighten up the mood. You know how Richard says, again, the 3L, right? Liquor, lady, leverage, right? And your boy has basically, I can literally say I've mastered all three, but I'm here to introduce a fourth one. Learn from my mistake, right? So you don't have to learn it yourself. Please, that's my biggest gift, right? Liquor, ladies, leverage, and then the fourth one that can take you out even when you don't know. Luggage.
Ah.
That's the 4L. Hopefully the troll can eat that. Or then maybe they'll come up with a meme. They'll call it like that. They'll call it luggage. Create luggage. It might pump on pulse chain. Who knows? But anyway,
Yeah.
that's my one small joke. You know how it happened? I was literally sitting down, meditating. It happened on I think day 10. I was like, what would I say? What can I learn from it, right? And I said, oh, look, Richard said, and I'm like, because thought inspiration. At first, I want to say suitcase, but I was like, nah, it has to rhyme with the L.
Yeah.
Luggage. All general time. We live, we learn. Sometimes the things that take you out is new things. It's because the old thing you're supposed to learn from it. And once you learn from it, some new thing can come and punch you. So this is my gift to the community. Luggage. Liquor, lady, leverage, and luggage. Check your luggage. Don't assume like your friend did here. Oh, it's a check bag. It goes in there. It's legal over there. Da, 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 da. Because that's why it's a real lesson, because it's been in that bag for months, Manny. It wasn't like, oh, no, it's been there for a while. I completely forget it was even there. If I've seen that, I would have thrown that thing in the ocean long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't need it. It's just like, how would I find? Oh, so yeah.
So that, yeah, your L is perfect, like because this is a
Oh,
list
that's a good one.
of how rich men go broke. And so
Yeah.
laws don't necessarily make rich men go broke, but in this case luggage did. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Because think about it. Epiphany, right? Again, better laugh than cry. Anybody, right? You went on a trip, whatever, tourist, everybody's been there. You're a good person, you work, you whatever, whatever. But you know how in America sometimes, even when people big money, whatever, you kind of like not paycheck to paycheck, but like couple wrong move can happen, and then you're stuck, and then things can go bad very fast. So you're on the vacation, you have no idea in your mind that this is gonna happen. You budget everything, da, 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 you had your fun, you're respectful, you did everything else, da, 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 and literally you're leaving. That's what happened. Leaving, you left it out there, great memories, and then boom, you get caught with that. You stuck. Chances are either you're by yourself, or you have to leave because staying costs money. They may not have the money for that. And then literally all escalation of problem can just happen from there. And then what really kills you is, again, it's the fact that you don't have access. You have very limited access to your phone, laptop. And thank God for crypto, Maddie. If it wasn't for
Yeah.
crypto, how the hell am I going to transfer money this fast to get to my account to then be able to Zelle? I would have been wire transfer someplace. They take weeks. And some of
Yeah.
the old arcade system, it would have been so, oh my God. Or let's say, because I'm supposed to go to Dubai. There's a friendly conference, whatever. If it happened to Dubai, it would have been even worse, because over there they don't play. There's no firearm there too. They don't play with that stuff too. So it's like, and who knows what the fine over there would have been. So it's just like,
Did you use crypto to crack in to Zelle to
well, yeah,
pay
because like when you
the
have crypto,
lawyer?
right, from your wallet, you send to your crypto exchange, right? Again, I use Kraken. like Richard said a long time ago, which is true. They're the one been there for a very, very long time. They don't have a lot of promotional garbage, blah, blah, blah. No crazy leverage. I think they only have like maybe 5X, but I don't really use that anyway. But anyway, it's a good exchange. Been there for a while, battle tested. They're not going to exit scam. They're from the US. They have better pricing than Coinbase, I believe, because I used to use Coinbase and the fee was just crazy. But then you wire to your bank. You understand? My bank, I use, for example, I have multiple banks, but I use Bank of America, right? So from Kraken goes to Bank of America. Remember, I'm in another country. Although it's only 2 hours away from Miami or an hour and a half, it's another country. They don't use like regular, they have their own bank, own their whatever. It just happened that lawyer, probably rightfully so because he deals with a lot of Americans, he has family in the state, whatever, so he had a Zelle account. And usually Zelle is connected to a bank. Those who have a Bank of America, Citibank, Chase, Wells Fargo, whatever, they're part of the Zelle network. You understand? Yeah. And I've been using Zelle. It's like Cash App or Venmo. It's just Zelle is what I've been using. And I have higher limits there. You know what I mean? You can send up to, $3,500 on the personal account and $5K if you have a business account. But the point is, it debits from your bank account, right? And all you need is a phone number or email, and you can Zelle somebody. So that's how I was able to do. And Zelle is almost like mini crypto, instantaneous almost, because that's why you have to be very careful. Once you Zelle the money, it doesn't come back. You make a mistake, it's gone. It's literally like crypto. But imagine the lawyer doesn't have crypto wallet. He heard about it, but he don't really have it like that. So he would have money in his bank account. So Zelle is like the closest thing to crypto for those who don't use crypto. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So it has a harsher transaction finality than like a Cash App. They can sometimes pull the money back. Exactly. Credit cards, they can almost always pull the money back. Crypto, you send it, it's gone. And Zelle is more on the side of crypto than on the side of chargebacks or kind of like reversals of transactions. Exactly. They're not rolling back the chain.
Because they warn you. This is the reason why for like safeguard, they want to make sure you can't just Zelle to like a random number. Like you have to save it on the contact. And sometimes they send you the kind of like a 2FA, a code, whatever. You never send money to this person. Do you really agree? There's a big message. Once you send this money, you cannot reverse it. They do all the necessary steps to really, really let you know. Because I think Cash App, you just kind of send it and it just goes. Somebody can steal your phone, just Cash App themselves, whatever. You know what I mean? That's why I don't use that. Nah, I don't hate on it. People want to use whatever. I like Zelle because there's a little bit level of multi-steps. There's a code that gotta come. They gotta send you a code to your phone because if somebody hacked your account, whatever, or your bank account trying to Zelle, because you can Zelle from the computer too, because it's logging in the computer bank account, and then you can do Zelle. But they gotta send you a 6-digit code only to your phone, kind of like a 2FA. So that's really what I use as a layer of protection, because I know once I do all that and I send, then the money is gone. But for me, it was what I could use fast besides crypto, so you can get the money right away and start the process. Because he was very clear. I don't send him money that day, that time, he's gone. I don't know him like that. I just met him, the lawyer, whatever. I don't have his phone number. So it's like, and remember, never been to this. I'm kind of stressed and all kinds of stuff going on right now. I can't just take a gamble. Never been arrested in my whole life. And I still find a way to be stoic as much as possible and be like, hey, we got to make move now. If not, I can't just bargain and be like, because I would be gambling. Oh, what if I can find something better or somebody cheaper? Like, no, you're facing 12 years. Like, and then once I met the other guy and I heard about how much he spent, I was like, oh, okay, could be worse. I may not have the best lawyer, but I have an affordable one. Does that make sense? So I'm like, do what you got to do. Let him know you're serious. And then I start seeing things starting to move. And then what ended up expediting my bad luck, for example, the David guy, also what helped him was this. He got picked up on Monday. So on Tuesday, he went the first court. On Wednesday, he went to the Supreme Court back to back. And then he was out that Wednesday on bail. Me, I got there on Tuesday. So on Wednesday, that's when I did the first court. Then I was supposed to do the second court on Thursday, but then Thursday happened to be a holiday. Sucks. Then on Friday, all the people that got moved from Thursday got to, because remember, there's all kinds of stuff going on island. There's multiple islands, there's other crime. Don't think you're the only one that do court. There's people, the schedule. Then it get pushed to the following week because they don't open the weekend, right? Because the Thursday people got moved to Friday, so Friday's no longer available. You got to wait to Monday. Monday comes in, then you find out, I forget to mention that, one of the Supreme Court judges is going on vacation. It just sucks. This time of the year, that's when they go. So now there's only one, so she closed her court. There's only one Supreme judge. So now you thought you're getting Monday, Tuesday, you end up getting literally Thursday. It was supposed to be Friday. but then the expedited hearing started helping a little bit. Then I got Thursday because what we used was, hey, he's already been in a jail cell for literally 7 days. Like it has to come faster, and then the other guy is out. So that's why I started helping out and then moving the process a little bit faster based on the money that I have, and then I made that calculated gamble risk to get out. This is a good question here from Ash when he says, I'm looking and travel insurance can cover legal expense typically to that. Yeah, but it depends because that's true. But because I've traveled, for example, to Dubai, right? And some part of Asia, it's kind of, you're forced to have what's called travel insurance. Yeah. Especially people like me, because when you apply for a visa, because I'm an American citizen, so I got to do visa almost everywhere I go for the most part, they require you to have travel insurance before they grant you the visa, which is not big. It's like $100, this and that. But that's just for you when you hurt yourself or basic stuff like that, injury, whatever. It's not going to cover lawyer fee, court, whatever, none of that. So yeah, good question, but no, that travel insurance is for other stuff, basic legal expense, like what we talk magistrate court, like paying a parking ticket, little fine, fender bender, whatever. Those are magistrate. My case went to Supreme Court because for them it's seen as a very high potential offense. Again, we're talking 12 years, guys. Man, I want to think about it again. Fuck.
Yeah.
12. Fuck. Oh man. Yeah. So no, that's why I had to go to the other court, and that court is even more difficult to get because there's only 2 judges and one went on vacation. So that's why I added to the expedited time. But in a way, anything happens for a reason. I guess it got enough time for money to be raised for the guy to send me the loan, and then for me to make the decision to wait for the guy to get back to me from his vacation so we can do that. Like, it's just in a weird way, it's like it couldn't happen anything sooner anyway. So I try to look at it like that, and then look at it like the bright side. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. And then yeah, learn lesson, but joke but no joke. Yeah, luggage, guys. Let's add the 4th L. Please use me. Trust me. Don't be facing 12 years for some stuff like that. The same way you guys heard about story about people going to other countries and then weed is not legal here and da. And then we heard the story. People go to Europe, some part of Europe. I don't exactly where, but there's a part of Europe where somebody got caught, even celebrities caught with weed. They thought, and then same thing. I think in Dubai, weed is still illegal. So it's like, check your luggage. Make sure. Don't risk 12 years.
Does this change how you view saving? Does this change like what your plan is going to be once you've paid off the loans and everything? Will you be operating your finances differently?
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is this. Again, it's a great point, and I've talked this at length, especially with John, because I just want to put this perspective back again for people to understand. And it's not me making excuses. It's literally the fact, right? Because some people, they have short memory. Obviously, not the main OG, but like we've been in a bull and bear market for almost 4 years. What's exciting about that, I believe, is we're closer to the end of it than the good of it. It might go to like let's talk about a little, a crypto for a little second. We might go to a little bear again, a little tiny, this is a bearish crush, whatever. But I don't see Bitcoin going anything lower than 45. Maybe 51 one last time, boom, because institution want to buy the dip. Federal Reserve is about to drop interest rate. The market already sniffing that out. Rates are starting to go down. Like, it's just, we had many play. It just took that long. Same thing with me and John. We got houses, this deal, this other thing, but the interest rate being high fucked up a lot of things, not just crypto, housing, market, certain things. So we have, I would say, like, we say stay broke but not poor. We have funds. It's just tied. It's just, we're not that liquid, so to speak. But adjustments were already made since 2022, like I explained. That's why I had the long length in the beginning to explain. I didn't have to, but I wanted to explain because I love the communities, people that help me. I feel like I owe them an explanation. So in a sense where my ways was already changed compared to what I used to spend, and I spend less. And even though at that time, put back the perspective, you talk to somebody that has this $30 million account and the guy is spending like a few $1,000s here and there, and it's just like, again, when people make way bigger purchases, because I've always been in that frugality. It's just the price went down a lot. People forget that 99% from 90 to 99 is another 10x. It's a big deal. It's a big fucking deal. Yeah. Back in the days in 21, even just my Hedron would just take care of my bills. Literally, if that high was. It was generating, I talked about it many times in the stream. It was generating $10,000, $15,000 a month. I have no reason to sell. I've always said it's just long term. I've stick to that gun. So I know for a fact when price return where it needs to be, it literally kind of fix itself. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say that, again, some people say, oh, you shouldn't invest in X. No, I doubled down. I still love HEX, and I would have make any different decision than what I did. Now, that being said, since 2022, I've been making some adjustment. Where I know I was wrong is the fact that, most of us, we all thought bear market will last maybe 2 years, 3, not 4. We all thought maybe we'll get an 80% dip, but thanks to staking and whatever, we wouldn't go to 99, maybe 90 even. I mean, not 99, but then it happened. It is what it is. We can play the blaming game, or we can just learn from it. So that I will learn that even your favorite best coin, whatever, anything can go down 99%. Even though you don't wish it to, it could happen. So you have to adjust for that. Because I was making the adjustment, I was doing all the switches. I my way of paying myself back is like, Karim, you're gonna pay with your body in a good way, and I loved it. Because I take ownership. That's who I am. That's what I'm known for. That's why I went to do the construction. I was killing multiple birds in one time. I get to do something fun with my best friend. I get to do something new so I can fight a little bit of boredom. Because even when you party a lot, after a while, it gets boring. You just want to find something else. But then again, I live in Miami. I can't escape it. But when you used to go 7 days and you only go out maybe once or twice a week because your friends are literally begging you to go out, because people probably know I'm a good vibe. I always I make sure everybody's good, everybody's taken care of, make sure at the end everybody go home safe. So it's like they are the one coming to visit me, man. You get what I'm saying? I live there. I see all the time, oh my God, so and so's in time, Karim, please come. Let's like, because they want to have fun. They haven't seen me in a while. So who am I to say, oh, I don't want to go? Like, bro, the guy's coming here for 3 days, 5 days. He hasn't seen me in a while, wants to hang out. Why am I going to be like, I don't want to do it? It's rude. I got to look at their perspective. And I always enjoy it because, in a way, although I've been there, hundreds of times, now I'm there with my friends. So it's different. Now we get to have the experience. And I'm asking them, you've seen it. Hey, what do you want to do? Oh, some people like just to do restaurants. Some people want to go to lounge. Some people want to go to the big club, see his favorite artist that he want to see. Oh, I want to go see, whoever is in town. You know what I mean? Sometimes the big celebrity come there, the little baby come there. And we also have local celebrity like French Montana, Kodak Black, Rick Ross. They're there all the time. Some people like to go, for example, to 11 because they do the festivals. They come during the festival time. There's big European DJ that come in. Literally 11 is walking distance from my house, man. It's literally a fucking 2-minute walk. I know everybody there. Like literally, some of the partial owner, managers, floor managers, door managers, security managers, because I'm a good dude and I hang out with all of them. They know I'm a good person. So when I come in, they'll just let me in. The only reason that sometimes I go in and we pay my friends out of respect because I come with 5, 6 people come in. So he can get me free, but he's not gonna get everybody free. That's not fair. They're losing money. But I'll always get a really good deal just because it's me and then my promoter is there. And I'll be sending people thousands of dollars. Money they could easily be like, we don't know you. 5K. Card and ID. Thank you very much. Now I come in, literally, oh, who you with? How many people? All right, cool. Literally, you'll be like 1,500 or 1,000. I know it sounds crazy, people, but you got to put it in perspective. Those are some of the biggest clubs in the world. Miami is number one for that. And the quality and the time, the fun you're going to have, those people having so much fun that I mean, thank you so much, take me out, this, that, next time, let's do it again, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and enjoy your stay, boom, boom. Same thing. Or if they come and when they want to celebrate their birthday, or they come with their wife or girlfriend or whatever, and then they want to show them they've never been to this club. Like imagine somebody comes here and say, Manny, I've never been this. My whole life was my dream to go into this club. Who are you to say, hey, no, you're trying to make it work. And I immediately ask them, hey, what's your budget? And I don't lie. I tell you what's possible, what's not possible. Sometimes I do this other trick. This is good. They come and maybe they have like a lot of girls, a lot of friends, whatever, because the guy come with his girl, the girl have friends, the friends also want to come. You know how this goes. But I have one of my best promoters. She's a lady. And then she can go in there for free with the lady. So literally to not make the cost too high, because they look at head count, right? This is smart. I just go in with the guys. And then I ask my promoter, can you just get the lady in for free, please? Boom. Another trick like that, you save half. Now, and then we get the table and then they meet us inside. And then boom. So again, perspective is really key. So I've been changing all that. That's why also I've been traveling, which I would love to do because it's cheap once you travel and you're not in Miami. So there's no temptation, whatever. Again, I was fighting and addressing the liquor, lady, leverage, right? Liquor, like I mentioned before, just to be extra safe because I'm not in trouble, whatever. I stop driving my car and just take an Uber or I take the risk. Everything is close by. I move where I move so I can be close to everything. Boom. Liquor taken care of. Leverage, that was the first one to take care of because I don't do gambling. It's a waste of time. See liquidations all the time. Makes no sense.
Mm.
You know? And the ladies, honestly, it just kind of cure itself because I live in Miami and 34. I mean, it's like at some point I've seen it all, so it's like whatever. I look more like I know it sounds crazy, but like, are you gonna be a headache or are you gonna be have a good personality? Are you fun? Are you good with my friends? Are you not self-centered? Are you like not trying to cause trouble for no reason? Are you just a good vibe and have you enjoying your time? That's it. And that's how you learn, because there's a little bit of everything in Miami. If you're not careful, you can easily be. I watch a guy literally back in the computer. He spent 100K, Maddie, in the club, 100K, and I only knew because while the top promoter was at the table went to tell me, and then she was thanking me in a way because me and my friend and some other people at the time were just all having fun. Just a bunch of people coming in from all, and then they were like, they want to compete with this, and I was like, oh, I'm having fun, and just. I mean, he got it. So it's like, whatever. So it's like, you'll be surprised when you think, oh, this is a lot of money. I've seen on average on the big nights, they'll be having $15,000, $20,000 table. I live especially. But are you having fun too? Remember that one time, Richard went with the other people. They went to leave. They spent a lot of money, but he wasn't having fun. And I had to tell them, no, there's a way to do it. This live is great, but you got to go at a certain time. There's clubs that are better certain days of the week than others. You gotta, if you hang out with certain promoters, you have more fun. You have more. So it's like, but then again, that's what happened. If you somebody that's local, you never cause trouble. You're always somebody that's been liked. Like literally, I'm talking about from the door person, the bus boy, all the way to the owner of the club. I treat everybody with respect. The same thing, and this is why I always get perks. Like I'm sitting there with my friend. Like I told you, we're in the club. We ran out of whatever. Oh, we need waters for the ladies or whatever. My brother said, Karim, don't worry about it. I'm just going to bring it to you. What do you need? Red Bull, whatever. Just because this guy on a random time occasion, many times, he was just there with us when he's not working. And I remember I said, oh, you want to come have a drink with us? Because I don't care. I don't care. I look how if you're respectful, how you treat people. Boom. Same thing with promoters. These promoters back in the day, they had no game, no nothing going on for themselves. But I took them under my wing. When they had people coming in town, I say, hey, as long as it don't cause trouble, and then knowing my friend, you guys can come in, have drinks, whatever, because I don't care. Me, I like the vibe. Everybody knows I like to go. You see me, I like to go and dance. I'll maybe have like one drink or two, and then the rest is just everybody else just drinking. I'm just making sure everybody's having fun. I'm like the supervisor in a way. But this is how I like to have my fun. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So now those same people, years down the line, they remember. So now I'm literally, where are you doing? Literally to this day. That's how people, they didn't even know. They think I'm in Miami right now. It's like, yo, what are you doing tonight? Come to, I got so-and-so in town. You don't have to pay nothing. Just come. It literally, on any given week, that's going to piss the hater off. But literally, I can go anywhere for free. Legit. But again, I don't take advantage. If it's just me, all right, cool. We invite me, whatever. If I'm coming with people, I got to look at a setup because that's what you do. You don't take advantage. That's why owners of clubs, they're like, oh, wow, you didn't have to, but you did that for me. You're making us look good. Boom. Hey, you know what? We're going to send an extra bottle to the table for free. Courtesy. Just cause. So it's like, it's something that's what you do with good friendship. You don't take advantage. You wait for real emergency. You don't just be like, oh, that's my friend. He's just going to give it to me for free. You don't want to do that. That's something that I've always preached. And then treat everybody with respect. You never know. The small guy can become the big guy and the role can be inverted. Today, you're bottling in the club. You're talking shit to somebody that has nothing. Tomorrow, you're the one that has nothing. He's the one in the club. But those people will remember how you treated them. And this is what you do. And I've done that many places. Everywhere that I've been visiting, the gentleman was talking about when I went to Singapore or when I went to Dubai, everybody that I've met, I've always maintained that. Now imagine, compound that over like people from New York, LA, whatever, come to Miami. They had a great time. Then they remember. And then some other time they got other friends coming in. Then they put me in connection. Hey, you so-and-so said that when they went to Miami, they hang out with you. They said you had a good time, that you know some promoter or whatever. Boom. And then I set them up. And then more often than not, they ask me to come hang out with them too. So the hater just watch me in the club thinking like, oh, every night I'm blowing money. No, I don't have to. Again, I don't have to explain, but today is giving day. Today is get on the track straight. Today is the haters going to go back to the hole where they came from. So You know what I mean? None of that will matter. And of course, the OG and the close friend and the people who came to Miami, who hang out with me, they already know that. They already know that because
Yeah.
they witnessed it. So, and then, yeah, that's how you want to live your life, I believe. So, and then from there, now we're waiting for, the bear market to be close to an end. But again, I think we're very close to an end. My small little prediction for fun, right? Since we're doing the fun stuff now, it's, I think we may get like a, what I call a mini bear, maybe a 10% down, only because I watch a lot of the flows of the, I don't know if you post this before, but the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF,
Yeah.
and they be buying a lot, but they buy a lot when the price is low and what it is. So they be waiting for a little crash
Yeah.
because they
This
want to
is a
catch
this is a dangerous spot in the market to be trading, in
exactly,
my opinion, because
exactly
yeah, whenever the Fed cuts, it always creates like a
a dip.
temporary, a
Exactly.
super short dip in the market,
Yep.
and then but you've just gotten the one thing that is the biggest predictor of whether the price of everything goes up or not. Is
Mhm.
like, so why would you be trading that now when there's AI and hedge funds, and like the stock market is
Yeah.
in is in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and so nothing is ever a certain. And so for
Yes.
me, what I'm doing in at this moment in the market is I'm digging up dust from old wallets that
Yep.
might have $5 or $20 of Ethereum in them, and like, getting that converted into RH tickers. And then I'm also looking around and thinking like, what can I sell? Like, what are some things that, what can I
Absolutely.
sell that I don't use, I don't need it. It's just inefficient, and it would be better off, in case we go lower. And
Yep.
I've sold some things I don't need. Maybe it takes a week or a month to sell something, and yeah, so
Yeah. No,
that's
those are
how I'm
great.
positioning
As you
to
should. Those are
take
great.
advantage, because
One,
I'm
one
not going to trade. I'm not going to sell and then hope I buy back later, because that could
You're playing a
backfire.
dangerous game, a very
Yeah.
dangerous game because trading is already hard. I mean, we talked about ad nauseum many times. Trading is so dangerous and volatile that literally the liquidation bot is literally hunting you. You could be right and still lose money. Let me say it again.
Yeah.
You could be right and still lose money. You're right. You predict all this stuff. It wicks you, liquidate you, and then goes exactly where you expect it to do because you don't understand that when the market is this thin in the liquidity, and especially in the weekend, they can manipulate it up and down whenever they want. So that's why you got to be, careful of that. And one last thing I want to address before we move to this topic, I think it's
Yeah.
important. It was in the chat, and I love it. Yeah, yes, shout out to Richard Hart once again. Give my
Yeah.
credit because he did posted me, and that was really really awesome of him to do. So he didn't have to. But what I like how Richard does his thing, which is great, is that it wasn't too much comment this and that because it's not like I expected. Like I said, John convinced me. I didn't expect him to donate or whatever, whatever. But it was great that he just raised awareness for people to see, so that those who want to help. And that's why some of the haters they don't understand. It's not like I'm asking them for money, whatever. John wanted to raise awareness to let the people who want to help, and then that's that. And then that's it, no begging, no whatever. And I'm just grateful that he was able to post because he has a bigger platform. The same way I'm grateful you're able to do that stream that you did, and the other people on the Axis and the other friends to raise awareness. That was great. And what I love what he does is he just again, like the blockchain, like I like, just keep it factual. It's not a story. It's not fake. He posted. I didn't even know. I had to read on his own like that because that's how I knew how fast. They put that in the news or whatever. My name was there. Blah blah blah. Whatever. So to kind of also let the haters know, like this ain't no joke. Okay. I
Yes.
know some people want to joke about it, but you waste fucking 12 years. This ain't no fucking joke. It's real shit. You know what I mean? And some of those same haters, you know what I mean? If they're facing the same situation, I'm not even sure they will last even a day. So, but anyway, I don't want to digress, but I'm very grateful for Richard. I want to thank him for
Yeah.
posting that, and then, setting the record straight so people can know what's going on. And I'm thankful for the people, obviously, who liked and reposted and retweeted and do what they do. So that to me, it shows again that, he shows love. Like, hey, that's one of our community members. And then, my story, we talk about many times. And he's been watching our streams from now and then. So he knows me from back in the day. He knows what I'm about. And I'm a diehard Mexican for what? And to this day, even when he will say himself, even when he came to Miami, we never asked him for a dime. We paid for everything. He could. He even offered. We said no. We don't want your money. We're just here. We're just grateful. And that I'm just, very, very grateful for that. Same thing, another I want to address real quick, the whole hate about the movie, this, that. I didn't spend no money on the movie. I did it for free. They reach out to me. They wanted me. I even traveled to them and then like that. I didn't get paid none of that because again, I'm not about that. I just wanted to share the story, share the facts, share the things that I believe in. Yeah, people can make fun of me about the steak, this, that, but at least this is what I believe. Me and many of the Cuatro Cinco crew, we
Yeah.
believe. And I was willing to go to prison for my belief, and it is what it is. So, fortunately, you didn't get to that part. But it's just the fact that you heard the saying, right? You either live for something or you die for nothing. So, going in and out down with the ship, that's just my mentality.
That's really powerful, and it speaks to your mindset and you being the best example out there publicly of somebody who has been highly productive in life, came from nothing, became highly successful in life, and then you didn't have to, you volunteered to teach others for hours every week. And when I saw you, it was your entire life is what that you had you were preaching the good word about HEX and about
Sure.
delaying gratification.
Yes,
And
sir.
so yeah, I mean, the fact that the founder, he hasn't been talking about people, and people might understand the game theory of that, or maybe they don't, but like, I see it being a really big deal that he shouted you out, and that you're here now with this mindset of, because you've always been focused on doing what you say and saying what you do, and
Exactly.
that say do correspondence, it's called in like social psychology, that is a huge predictor of what whether somebody is a good person, and whether they really have integrity,
Exactly.
and you not only have integrity, you also have the vision that that even a Bitcoiner today who bought Bitcoin, at $1 or $20 or something, they're not recognizing the opportunity in HEX, even though they lived through the same exact thing. And so the fact that you and I and so many other people, thousands of people, understand that something can go down 99% and not be dead because it went up 10,000x,
Exactly.
right? So right now at half a penny, HEX is up 100x from the all-time low of
Yep.
0.00005, and it's also down 100x from 55 cents. And so we're at this like middle point that none of us thought it would go down 99% in the bear market.
I think that's
But
another powerful sign, what I
yeah,
mean, but that's you said it so right. I just want to add that real caveat here. I think that's why our community is so strong, and that's why
yeah,
we get so much hate. Man, I always said the haters are the fuel. If you don't have haters, you're not doing anything big enough. And then what I love is that, just to put in perspective for people to realize, is that we're down 99%, but the haters are like literally further than before. Why? Because they realize that we're so strong, even after 99%, we're still here. We're still like the core, the nucleus is here. There's no crazy panic. Those who've been here long enough will understand. They know what we're about. And that's probably what pisses them off, because they want us to capitulate. They want us to, emergency and state, all this other craziest thing, nothing like solutions and this and that. Because to me, I want to say this again. This is not clickbait, whatever, but if X Clip is watching, he wants to clip this. Like, I was willing, I'm gonna say it again, I was willing to go to jail for HEX and for my stakes, because that is my future. I did not make a mistake on that. I doubled down on that. And then it is what it is. But I see the value. I see the technology. You know what I mean? But then again, I know that some people confuse price with value. I can confidently say that the technology that we have in HEX, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, is the fact that it's one of the best there is. It's the one that's the best. And then I'm saying this the most like genuinely and also like openly, because if you look at the Bitcoin tech, the Ethereum tech, or even some of the best tech there is, you can't really say that, oh, they have this one thing that we don't have. Does that make sense? So it just really comes down to just awareness, obviously game of liquidity, we all know that. But for really, really many, many years to come, and it goes to show, even in another country stuck in the craziest dire situation, if it wasn't for crypto, if it wasn't for HEX, I wouldn't be here today. That is a fact. I will be in a sale right now. And then there's not that many community that pull through like the HEX community does. You know what I mean? From close friend, because close friend, you can say, oh yeah, close friend is expected. But I've received donation from people who are not close friends. They just happen to be in the community that remember interacting with me and the work that I've done and blah, blah, blah. And even some of the close friends, guess what? I make them from the community. I make John because I was traveling and spreading the word with HEX. That's how we became best friends. So that also goes to show. And that's why the haters have been trying to hate on us for years. Years. We've been trying to like, even at 99%, because the core, the nucleus is still strong. The lion is still here. The hyenas came out of the woodwork. They see that we're bleeding. They smell the blood. They came. But guess what? We're going to fight them all to the last. And we're going to survive. We're going to heal. We're going to lick our wounds, and we're going to be back out there. You know what I mean? On Tuesday, I'm going to be with Maddie on the show with Toby One, because I got to say thank you to Toby One as well. So we can talk more macro and stuff like that. But like I said, one more time, I feel like Donald Trump just like, bullet just passed like here. You know what I mean? Like it's like a second chance of life. I choose to look at it like a sign. Obviously, I'm not out of the woodwork just yet. Hopefully soon. So, my capacity will be limited until then. But no, we're coming back full force. You know what I mean? Who knows? That could be a turning point. You know what I mean? Down 99%. Karim almost go to jail. And then who knows? We 100x from here. Who knows?
Yeah,
who knows?
yes. So Sami has said that he thinks the curse may be lifting from HEX. And, it occurs to me that back when you and I started Quant Gang with whales only, the price of HEX was a third of a penny.
Literally.
So,
it was very close to where we first bought it. Literally. And actually, EX went there. I mean, it's just the funniest thing. I'll be like, all right, Karim, back to square one. But it's all good. Because guess what? Square one, real one. We didn't have the community we have now. We didn't have the number of people that we have now. We didn't have the same take that we have now. And remember, it's very low liquidity. Back then, there was a lot. There was what is it? 500 million HEX drops every day that need to be purchased. Liquidity is so low. I don't know how people, but it's like some serious money just coming like back in the day. We back up 10x like it's a joke. Like it just
that's
to
a good
keep
point.
that in mind, especially if you got the diamond handle. And again, say it again, like I was willing to go to jail for HEX period. This is what it is, because it's like I truly believe this is my future. I'm still very, very young. And then this is how the power of delayed gratification, and you're still generating yield every day, and you build up from there. You know what I'm saying? This bull market is not over, in a sense where you can have a bear run in a bull market. I think after we get a quick little bear run, interest rate continue to drop. There might be some drama because the election is coming up. Who knows? They might try to do World War III. They might try to do a little. You heard about the smallpox? Did that? They're trying to run a COVID play. Who knows? But I remember last time there was a crash. But then right after the crash, when everybody panicked, right? People bought the bottom like crazy, and then all-time high. This time around, you're going to hear like Trump and some people already realize it. Oh, they're running the same playbook. They're running. So now I don't even think it's going to create that much panic than before. People expecting that. People know also when the Fed officially cut rate for the first time, a market drops a little bit first. Why? Common sense. Because they're thinking, okay, the Fed is really openly saying cut rate. That means economy must be bad, meaning it really needs, because they usually won't cut it unless they have to. That's why they kept it so high, because remember, I always tell people they don't care about me and you. They care about saving the system. If the system is at risk, they will lower the rate. But then when they lower the rate like that or drop it to zero like last time, that means it was really bad. So people will have to quote unquote cash out of the speculating assets for a little bit. And then once it stays low and money is cheap again, and you can't get your 5% at the bank, guess what? That 3% Ethereum yield doesn't look so bad, especially if Ethereum price goes up and it creates a compounding effect. The same way we have seen it in Pulse Chain, whatever, those who provide liquidity, they understand that. So you make it that short dip until election because of the uncertainty. But if we get Trump, we already know what that means. Markets up, less drama. There's not going to be no lockdown, so much clarity. And then we just fly from there. Global liquidity is going up. Japan is not doing well, so they're going to print money. China is already printing money. So all those things, it's like, again, you see how I'm talking macro. Haters might be, oh yeah, wait, price prediction. We don't need that. Just understand. We're closer to the end than the beginning. It's been a 4-year bear. We're close to lows or all-time lows or whatever it might be. But usually what they say, right? The dark before the dawn, right? And then the light, let it be light. So that's why I choose to believe That's all I
Yep.
what you need to do. And I always tell people, step by step, you get ahead. Not necessarily in fast bursts. $10 a day, do your DCA. Somebody said that in the chat earlier. That's really, really powerful. If you can't DCA, reverse DCA is what? Don't sell.
Yeah.
Why do I say that? I say that all the time because when you stake, it's a DCA. You're earning yield every day. That's a DCA too. Your hex count increases every day. That's DCA. So if you don't have to sell and you find a way to toughen up other ways, that's also a good way. The same way I was willing to, I sacrificed this one over here. I'm gonna go do my time. Hopefully by 13 months. Literally, that was my thought process. 13 months, some of the millions of hex that I lost, I get some of it back. I'm back on track. I'm never ashamed to work. I could be at zero. I just go work. That's just what I do. Because that's what I used to do. I started from zero. So I don't look at my stake. I look at this is gone. I'm not touching that until 2030. I mean, literally, that was the plan from the good. And then those know they'll be invited in the golden yacht. Everything else is work, either with my friends, like a business in Miami, or I go do construction with John. It's fun. He pays me. Life goes on. You get what I'm saying? I heard from the gentleman, I can't probably say his name, but I heard he's in construction too. When talk, there might be some work that I can go and do, and that's a way I can pay him back faster. The 25K borrow. So again, those are the things I'm not ashamed to go do. Period. Because the hex is the premium. It's the premium coins premium. It's like to me higher than gold. And gold did an all-time high recently. Stock market is doing well recently because rates are going down. So it's like we're almost like a beach ball, a little delay. Somebody's definitely shorting the market. Somebody's definitely keeping us artificially low because they're still trying to buy. And I heard U.S. government was potentially selling some, and the grayscale are still selling. And also, I think Mt. Gox are still distributing wallet to the people from back in the day. And then, some of those people got it so low back in the day, they're not going to wait 60K, 40, 50K. They're still going to sell. They're going to cash out for, they hold long enough. But all of those are temporary things. Sooner or later, like we always say as sellers, they're going to run out of coin. When they run out of coin, it's over. You can't push the price down if you don't own any. Right? I say this all the time. This is the wisdom. Even the whole debacle with what they call in Hex, the bank X, sooner or later, they will run out of coin. They may not have fully done with it, but I know they have less coin than they had a month or 2 months ago. Sooner or later, they will be bought out. And guess what? Up we go. And then the glory will be restored. So that's the little bit of opium I want to give. But also it's based on, to me, what I call, a bit of common sense and just staying focused on the task at hand, staying focused on watching what market does. Because when the distraction comes and the other stuff and the smoke screen and the haters and the noise, stick to what you know to be true. If those people were not interested, they wouldn't be buying. And people forget this important fact. When price go down, that's when people are buying. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. I use the example all the time. It's like going to the store and said, Manny, this is $100. 5 minutes later, oh, Manny, it's 105. 10 minutes later, oh, Manny, it's 120. You don't go and be excited, be like, oh, I want to buy. No, you're like, you want to buy when you hear discount. 10 minutes, it was like, oh, is this? Oh, but you know what? Just today, 20% off. Now you want to buy. So some of those grayscale buy, the limit orders are in place. They're just waiting for the price to drop. Or they're trying to artificially short it down, create panic. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit dip next week or this weekend, just like how they did 2 weeks ago, because they want that last dip. Gobble from grayscale. I think recently BlackRock just passed grayscale as total as crypto assets between Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's a big deal. So towards the end of the month, maybe September.
And I mean, Grayscale had all these like weird products that were related to Ethereum that that's what blew up Three Arrows Capital and some other stuff was like these, or in part because there were these weird contracts that they had where institutions were like locked up, but there were during which time there was a premium for Ethereum. And then that had to be unwound like all the way from the top of the bull to the bottom of the bear. And so that's another reason why I think Grayscale has had this like temporary push of selling, because you had the ultimate liquidity event of like
Exactly.
now
So,
there's arbitrage between those two markets where there wasn't before, and there was this weird like 1 year lockup or year and a half lockup
mhm.
for the products before when people were buying at a premium, and then
Yeah.
it flips to a discount. And I know in my like one of my retirement accounts, I bought like a small amount of ETH
Mhm.
at the
Is
absolute
that the
low.
one with the lower fee? Because I know there's two. There's one
So
with the
what they
1.5 and the
did,
one with the. Oh.
they ended up like converting some of our shares
Mhm.
into the mini product that they were spinning off. But so basically they spun off like a lower fee thing, and yeah. So it's just yeah. I think as you said, a lot of things are temporary that are happening right now. And for me, even though I don't use leverage, when I said like I'm not trading this, I mean like I'm not even selling spot what I have liquid and hoping to buy back later for cheaper, because to me it's way too much of a risk uh,
Yes.
to give up my coins this close to the money printing. It's
Absolutely.
like I don't care if it goes down. And I have liquid, and that's kind of the difference between HEX being staked
Mhm.
versus having these other RH tickers that
Exactly.
like you
That's
can
the
trade
key, I
with.
think. And I think just to talk about this three stage here, which is very important because I think leverage is again, I would say 90% bad. There's a 10% that's good, but I want to explain because there's a reason why again Richard said, ladies liquid leverage. The same way, a little bit of liquor is good, too much bad. You end up doing stupid thing, maybe hurt somebody. Girls, oh yeah, you do it too much or whatever. Hey, you can catch some case, you don't want it. So it's the same thing. But the leverage, I look at it like good leverage is like how we talk about the head stakes. When you get the 3x bonus, it's technically leverage. I get extra t-shirts.
Mm,
I sacrifice time, but I get extra t-shirts. So I'm getting leverage in the sense where what I got me more than what I was supposed to get. But the downside is the time. I'm not losing units of price. Now, to some people, yeah, time, yeah, you never know what could happen. That's true. It is still a risk, but it's a calculated risk to me versus the other leverage, the play the hey, sell the coin, buy back more coin for cheaper. Because that you miss that, you're down zero, you lose all your coin. You get liquidated, all the money is gone. There's no the
mm,
price gonna come back. Yeah, price can come back, but you got no more coins. You literally out for good. Versus I'm just accelerating my DCA. That's my leverage. Does that make sense? That's the leverage that I
okay.
play with. Versus not going to talk about the ETH and some of those other stuff because when he was at a discount, a lot of people bought that low. So when he make the par, they're selling because they played that leverage with a calculated bet because they were just playing the closure of premium versus discount. Does that make sense? And then, like you perfectly said, they caused the 3 hour, all the bullshit, whatever. So they literally got bailed at the 11th hour because they were about to go belly up, kind of like the crypto banks and the whatever, because it's a
Oh,
game
that's
of
right.
liquidity and it's a game of like what you have because you could be rich on paper, so to speak, right? But then you're illiquid. That can fuck you up. So they had to sell those billions of Bitcoin and now billions of ETH to pay back the whole. Because they were also a
Mm,
lot in profit because they've been accumulating seeds many, many years ago. But they create all this
okay.
hole because of
Yeah.
the 3 hour, whatever. So they forced to sell to pay back. And they were quickly trying to, that's why they sued the SEC because they needed to get approved to unlock as fast as possible. Because if they didn't,
Ah.
they wouldn't have the money. They're going to court, Gemini Twin taking them to court and whatever. They don't have the money to pay for it because they're going to be like, okay, if you're nothing wrong, pay back the money that you owe from the people that got lost, and then you won't be able to pay. But now that the thing got illegal and they're selling, so they sold so many of it so they can pay what they owe to the investors and the people. Now they're just selling a little bit here and there for fun, trying to time the market because they think they're going to be buying the dip. And it goes back to what Hex Monkey said, which is very important. When he said it creeps me out that, Wall Street, he's very dead on the money. This is one of the trick Wall Street does, which sucks, is that they can artificially hold the price down. If they own an asset or enough sufficient, they can just keep buying most of the Bitcoin, which they do. But guess what? Because they're responsible for the price going up, they're the major buyer. They can easily also be responsible for the price going down. All they got to do, like they've been doing the past week or so, they stop buying crazy, right? If you track the thing, they used to buy hundreds of millions a day. Now they're barely buying 50, 30, 10 here and there. Some days even zero. While at the same time, somebody, wink, wink, entity, you can see the red vector candles. You can see somebody aggressively shorting the market down. That's how we crash. When they also got that little World War III / Black Swan event, all those narrative play. because they're trying to push the price down, which they did. Now we got this bearish crash. They're gonna run the fear. They're gonna run the FUD. We're in a bear market with that, which technically we are, because moving average went down, but it will be very, very short lived because they're doing that because it's heavy bids. 45, 53, 51. They want to buy there. Same thing with Ethereum. They love buying it at 2K because they missed the run all the way to 3,800. It wasn't 5K, but they still missed the run. So they want to buy it at 2 or average down 2,400, 50% retracement for 48, 4,800, whatever. So you get a 50% retracement. You start dollar cost average heavy down there. One more dip. And guess what? They can easily buy 50 million today, rise it back up to 3,800 because now price goes up. Just like if you ever trade any ETF or a stock, because everything is combined liquidity. If you buy a stock and then it goes up in value, you're getting that extra buying power. Does that make sense? Because it just rises as long as the price doesn't go lower. And then now, this is how the game of ETF goes. And then now stock market goes up, liquidity rise. They got an extra buying power. They use the buying power to buy crypto. That's how they do it. This is why, sadly, like Monkey said, we connected with them. So now there's that correlation. When they crash, we crash too, because some of that buying liquidity no longer comes. They can no longer buy the cryptos to sustain the higher price, because unfortunately, if retail start buying because they think fearful, because they usually buy after all-time high, nobody's buying at this range. Grayscale is the net seller. BlackRock and the boys are the net buyer to really help us compensate for that fight. But if they stop buying while Grayscale keeps selling, well, do the math. We must go down. Do you get what I'm saying? But remember, that down is bullish because down means they buy. Up means they sell. You put a limit sell order, you're selling, but then the candle is green. People keep forgetting that. Candle go up green, but it's a sell. It goes up to where the sell order is. Candle go down red is a buy because it didn't go to zero. Somebody bought it. HEX, Pulse, like all those massive red candle. It didn't go to zero. Somebody's buying. Does that make sense? But you gotta wait for that pressure to go away first, and then up we go. Release the buy.
That's those are some great insights. Exactly.
David Morales, I love you, brother. I try. Look at that, I'm barrel and still spitting out knowledge. I love you. I try. I have to. Hey, payback starts now. Let's not wait. So, which is good. But yeah, unless anybody has any other question. Oh yeah, the scarf. It's too hot here, brother Reggie. It's too hot here. If you go to Turks, the weather is perfect. It's like California in a way, but a little bit hotter. But yeah, sunny for the most part, blue water and everything like that. Somebody said when moon. Manny, can you pull up a chart? Let's end on the positive, some type of chart. Anything, either a HEX chart or even a pulse HEX, whatever.
Yeah, let me see what I got here on Dex Screener.
Yeah, something fun. Anybody in the chat got a question? Let me know. But again, the summary, quick things is just we might get a tiny little down by the end of the month, or one last dip. If you got some bids down there, good. But I think once we pass this wave, and for us, obviously, we're more relying on Ethereum because Ethereum pump means we pump, obviously, because it's a similar thing. But if it doesn't go to 2K, they're going to slowly keep buying it and then send it back to the 3,800. But also, there's another bullish thing, I think, kind of like me in a way, in September. I don't know the exact date, but somewhere in September or mid or end of September, CZ is supposed to come out.
Yeah, at the end.
So when CZ come out, that's bullish. That has to be bullish. It's like
correct.
For the crypto market. So, there's a lot of timing about that, so which is fun. And but yeah, all fun again. But DCA if you can, or be proud of yourself if you don't have to sell. That's a form of DCA too. Trust me, because you keep what you have and hopefully you're generating yield. So the yield generation is your DCA. If you have no new ammo, that's the best alpha I can give you right now. And then from there, hopefully global liquidity rise, stock market continue to rise, doesn't crash too much, and then we will continue to rise as well after this manipulation is done, because we have never been this decorrelated from the stock market, because literally gold's at all-time high, stock market recovered from that little black swan, but yet we keep being pushed down artificially with short seller, and also because Grayscale has been dumping. But the short sellers are really the big deal, because what did I just say? Green candle means people are selling. Grayscale is also not dumb. They sold a lot, but then lately they've been selling a little bit because there's a certain price they don't want to sell at because it's too low. They're like, nah, we don't want to sell at this low, 22, 2300. But anytime the price go 26, 2700, they sell more. Because again, if you watch that chart that shows the ETF flows, so you know that around there they're willing to sell. And then if it goes back to the 3K plus, they're gonna start selling hundreds of millions a day like they used to. Right now they're selling, 20, 30, 40, 50 mil here and there. That tells you they have a range where they're willing to sell, and there's a range where they're not willing to sell. But them selling, usually they do the limit orders. So that means the price should be going up. Somebody should be bidding up, buying the dip, and then buying out Grayscale that way. But there's some short sellers in the play right now, really trying to leverage the fee and pushing price down. So starting with Pulse here, see, I think it's good. We're right around the all-time low,
Yeah.
which tells me common sense. A lot of people and big wallets should be, no guarantee, right? Don't crucify me. But a lot of people should be buying around here. I think the other day I saw when I got a chance, there's a tweet from David Fadir that was also pointing out the high volume, saying that, obviously Pulse is being exchanging hands, but long-term buyers are definitely buying. So I think that's a good way to start. And then if you put it on the weekly chart, please, Manny, you can see like there's a big, massive kind of like W pattern, which are usually bullish patterns. And we got the first big W. Chances are this could be the mark of where the second bottom is, so that by October to the end of the year, we should be trending back up and then complete that kind of massive W pattern. Or maybe you want to put it on a monthly scale if you want. But all the big cryptos in the very beginning, the Ethereums of the world, the Bitcoin, or whatever, they all kind of did that similar pattern. So monthly usually is the key. So we might continue to bleed a little bit more because it's still red. But September might be green for us. We'll see. Because again, we still get affected by ETH. So if ETH continue to plunge until this month, then expect probably lower. But it shouldn't be, don't crucify me, it shouldn't be too much more lower. When ETH start to steadily retake the 28, 29 to 3K range, we should definitely bounce back. But remember how we bounce back, because it's kind of leverage play. It goes up so fast. If you miss your dip opportunity, assuming you're hoping and waiting for a lower price, you might just be left behind, because that's what happened last time. Does that mean you have to buy now? No. It just means if you're thinking about DCA, I mean, you can't really go that much wrong when you're at this lower prices, because you're close to that long-term support. So, you know. Yeah, Hex Monkey, you're right. I'm a definitely relief. I can sleep in a real bed. That's a big change. I can have a hot shower. That's real. But still got the warrior spirit, because again, it's out on bail. It's not out. The war continue. My biggest thing that I hope for, based on this good gamble that I did, which was risky but paid off, is everybody can catch a breath so far, community included. I don't want people to feel bad. Please don't. You know what I mean? I know your heart is in the right place. I'm forever grateful. Once again, I'm going to keep saying that over and over. Make sure that's deeply understood. But your boy is okay as of now. The only thing that can hit me that I can't see right now, potentially, because I'm brainstorming with you guys too, it will just be that will really, really hurt me if they drag this out. That's the biggest, because again, it's about $200-300 a day hotel. So, and I have to be in this area because that's what I do. So it's like, if they drags this thing for months and months, I'm gonna be screwed. If I can get end of the month finality, that's huge. The second thing that can hurt me, but a little bit less, would just be if the fine is bigger than I anticipated. Again, the guy with the 40 round had about 7K. I was lucky because one of the officers that helped me out was there literally during his case. And those are public record. I think you can find out what somebody's bail or final fine is or whatever. But he said no, for sure it was about 7K that I got to pay. Now, obviously, I have more. It's 50. But, I'm going and expecting 10, 12, hopefully less. But if it's more than that, then I'm going to have to go to the drawing board and get more money. If not, then I'll be screwed. But I choose to think positively. We're not there yet. But this big move made a big, big difference. It's another thing to say, hey, guys, sorry, false alert. I need another, 3K, 4K loan, whatever. during this situation versus, hey guy, I need another 30,000 because
Mm.
I got no place to stay and this and that, and then people freaking out. So that calculated bet planned out. So yeah, but you're right. Yeah, don't want to speak on it. I think that's smart. We're just gonna leave it at that. I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for taking the time today, Maddie. How long have we been here? I don't even know.
2.5 hours.
Wow. Yeah, the good old days. Thank you so much for everybody for being here this
Yeah.
long. I'm gonna let everybody go back to their enjoying their Saturday. Thank you for taking the time. Spread the word. Send this video to whoever needs to see it, so they can stop trolling us for no reason. Other than that, unless there's a question in the chat, question from you, I'm pretty much done. Again, one last time for the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. I love you more than you know, and forever grateful. Thanks to you, I'm not in prison right now, so thank you.
This community rocks, and Karim, you rock, and so yeah, I'm really glad that we got to spend 2.5 hours here today to just bring back positive energy and see that you're still in the middle of this, but you've certainly persevered and been able to tell your story. So
Yeah,
thank you for sharing that.
you're very welcome. Thank you for
Yeah.
being here, Manny. I appreciate it. Oh, one last thing. I think there was a donation that Freddie sent. I want to answer that question. I didn't see. I'm not sure about lawsuit or anything like that because again, like I said, I've never dealt with the law, so I don't know. Because he said about this. Now it's definitely fucked up if you ask me that TSA is letting this thing through, and then but again, I heard they can get away with it. Oh, we have this little sign. I don't know. Somebody took a picture somewhere. I don't even know if it's in Miami or there's a sign that says, "Oh, don't bring that." But then the sign, I saw a picture that says, "Don't bring this, that, or gun or whatever." Or you pay up to $14,000 fine. But again, putting a little bit of a sign at a random place, not in all airport, is not enough. Let
Yeah.
alone you guys have the best technology in the world. If that was a
Yeah.
big deal, hypothetically, right? Why don't you just catch it right in there? Let me pay the fine when I'm in the US and not go and be stranded in another country, deal with lawyer and this, that. You know what I mean? As crazy as it
Yeah.
sounds, right? That would have been better. I pay a fine and I'm still there. And when I travel, I don't have to have it with me because it's in a check bag. You know what I mean? Although obviously it's all legal over there, but they should know based on when you check your bag, they know where you're flying to. Makes sense? They know your destination. So they should be able
Yeah.
to. That's a good point that he has. Obviously, I don't even know how to go about this process, but they might easily get away with it by saying, hey, we have a sign that said this.
Yeah.
So I know if Freddie's still here, but yeah, that was a good question. But I don't
Yeah.
know
And
about that.
thanks for all the super chats, everyone. Appreciate it. And yeah, so Kareem, did you say you'll be able to be on Tuesday night?
Yes, I'm coming on
Oh,
Tuesday. I think
awesome.
it'll be a good conversation to have, all that to the community. And also, I want to talk to Toby one because unless I'm there, I want to say thank you as well because I know he
Yeah.
helped. That would be good to have that. For further dates, I don't know yet. I'm going one day at a time. I'm not even back in the US yet. On Thursday, I have court. So the whole week, and I got to brainstorm with my lawyer because we have to do the plea, all that stuff. So,
Great. Yeah. Well, that sounds like a plan. Um, I wanted to mention one thing to you once we get off a stream, but for now, yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I think that we learned a lot about Kareem's you know, struggle and the strategy and attitude, and I think that that speaks also to how the members of this community that are long-term thinking, how that is very strong. People helped, and so that's been really incredible to see that this community. I really think it's true that we have the trophy of being down 99%, and now with all the money printing in the world, it'd be okay if we went up from here too. But yeah, the community's been tested, and I think we passed the test. And so thanks to everybody who is speaking positively and being supportive even in these tough times.
yeah.
It means a lot, and I think we'll look back on this as a turning point. So
Amen. Hex Monkey had the
um,
best as a closure. Hexican still the best he can. That's a fact. So Stay
Yeah.
blessed. Thank you everybody for coming, be in the chat. Appreciate you all, and then have a blessed weekend.
Right on. We'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Uh, as always, stake wisely, my friends, and peace out.